Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan, and welcome to where are we?
Inman.
Inman, Kansas. Inman, what are they? What's Inman? What's their mascot?
They are the Teutons. The Inman Teutons.
Mike Powers and Darren Neufeld here, along with Roger Schroeder and Jeremy Lang. Jay Smith's got the camera. What?
Say the man's name right.
Oh, Jeremiah Lang. Sorry about that. Along with, this has not been a really good start. Can we start over? Jay Smith's on the camera. Gene Winkler's doing everything down below, keeping us on the air. We are in Inman, Kansas, where the mighty Teutons will take on the visiting Marion Warriors. And I asked Jay Smith, by the way, this is the Central National Bank pregame show. I asked Jay Smith what a Teuton was. I asked him if he knew, and he said, sure, you put them on salads. Okay, let's talk about tonight's game. I think this is a big game for the Warriors. They're 1-2. Last week's game was a really competitive game, more so than the final score indicated. But nevertheless, they're 1-2, and they want to get back even on the season. So, what are your thoughts? We'll start with you, Jeremiah.
Mike, I look forward to a good game tonight. I think that the one thing that these two teams have in common is that they have both played Hutch Trinity, and had struggles against them. So. That's about all they have in common. I look forward to Marion facing a strong running team. I think we're going to have the defense to stop them, and I think we're going to have a good game tonight.
We're in the the Lanning Pharmacy broadcast area during the Central National Bank pregame show. I see.
You can look at the camera.
Yeah, I'm looking at the monitor. Let's go to the pretty boy in the booth, Roger Schroeder.
Well, thank you, Mike.
Yeah.
Glorious introduction. We'll see if I can keep my mic on. You mentioned a big game for the Warriors. I think that's absolutely true. A very tough three-game stretch coming up following this week with Sedgwick and then Hillsborough and then Olpe. So I think it'd be, very important to get a win tonight and have some positive momentum going into that stretch.
And let's go down to the track to our man on the field, Darren Neufeld.
Well, as everybody said, we got tough pitch come, but if the Warriors can come out and do like they've done the last couple of weeks on offense, we got a real good shot at winning this game tonight. The common opponents, like we talked about, Hutch Trinity. Neither us or Inman scored on Hutch Trinity. Hutch scored more points on them. This team that we're going to face tonight does not have the offensive powerhouse weapons of the last couple of weeks that we've seen. So I think defensively, I think we can stop these guys. And then offensively, if we just keep going like we have been.
Welcome to Inman High School.
Running.
Exciting and beautiful
they're going to be led by number 23, Michael Bledsoe. He's their leading rusher. They also will have number 20, Matt Ramey, running the ball. The quarterback, Jace Dorkson, as a runner as well, but not anything like the kind of running attack we've seen from quarterbacks from other opponents so far.
I was going to tell you, Mike, that running back 2399, he's got 99 yards on the season. The running back we faced last week already had 400 yards when we faced him. So, definitely not the offensive power that we've faced.
Roger, break this down for us.
Junior wide receiver.
Yeah, you are not working.
Junior
Maybe. Now we're working again.
I
spent a little time in the film room with an assistant coach on the football staff this week.
Senior offensive lineman number 54.
That they have seen in some situations with. Well, I may.
Let's do this. How about you go downstairs and see if Gene can get you hooked up with a handheld mic or another one of those.
Okay.
We'll wrap this up and be ready for the start of the
Watch
game.
out for number 24 for Inman. In certain sets, he is going to key certain things. Just a little tidbit we found in some film this week. So, number 24, he's their wide receiver. He's their safety on defense. He's going to be kind of a swing player in this game.
We're gonna anything else from you, Darren, to wrap up this is Central National Bank. We apologize. This has not been our best pregame show, but we will be back and hopefully do a better call of the game in just a couple of minutes.
We are committed to delivering the most reliable service and original, creative programming and better quality choices.
To not just meet, but exceed your expectations so you can choose your own entertainment when, where, and how you want it, anywhere and anytime.
with individual plans that allow you to pick your services and have access to customer service 7 days a week.
Because you deserve the best value in entertainment, and it's our job to deliver it. No exceptions, no excuses.
We are Eagle Communications.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Prairie Land Partners, the largest John Deere dealership in South Central Kansas, specializing in large ag, turf, and integrated solutions products. Prairie Land is always close by with 9 locations and more than 250 employees. Prairie Land Partners, partnering together with you to nurture the land. Right here at home, Marion National Bank supports the Marion community and the area. Committed to serving the financial needs of our community since 1905, Marion National Bank offers full-service banking, including agricultural, commercial, consumer, real estate, and loans for any worthwhile purpose. Meeting all of your banking expectations, Marion National Bank, your neighborhood bank. Lanning Pharmacy brings something old and something new to MCTV sponsorship. Longtime sponsor Marion Health Mart is now Lanning Pharmacy, a full-line pharmacy accepting almost all major insurance plans. Newly remodeled and offering everything from flu shots to medical equipment, Hallmark cards, gifts, toys, and expert advice on all your pharmaceutical needs. Lanning Pharmacy supports the Warriors and Wildcats of USD 408. Triple R Hauling is your hauling expert, offering custom step deck hauling in more than 27 states. Triple R Hauling will handle your heavy equipment, military equipment, farm machinery, and most any item you need moved. Hauling specialty and emergency loads, ramp use, bridges, and tarps are available if needed. Call Wally or Kim at 382-7802 and get things moving. Shelter Insurance is one of the most successful and financially sound regional insurance groups in the country, providing insurance products specifically designed to best suit you, including protection for your home, life, car, farm, business, and more. Drop in and see Shelter Agent Doug Heary for great rates and professional service. Doug will help you find the right coverage at the right price. Just as the Warriors practice and play hard to achieve success, the folks at Heary Real Estate work tirelessly to meet your needs. From listing to closing, Lori Heary and her agents are there to help you. Buying or selling, they will make sure your real estate transaction is a smooth one. Heary Real Estate, serving Marion and all of Marion County.
The men and women of Marion Kiwanis Club are proud to support MCTV. Marion Kiwanis Club sponsors the annual Old Settlers Day weekend and provides financial support to Chingawassa Days and countless other organizations benefiting the area. Call 382-2115 for info on tent, chair, and table rental. Marion Kiwanis, dedicated to providing service to children and local communities.
Yeah.
We are back, and we think perhaps in a little better shape than we were before. We do want to end our Central National Bank pregame show from high atop the scaffolding known as the Lanning Pharmacy broadcast area with this message from Marion High School and your Kansas State High School Activities Association. As you enjoy tonight's game, be thankful our student athletes and coaches have the proper number of officials to oversee this contest. Our student athletes and coaches at the sub-varsity level are not as fortunate, and youth programs have even fewer officials available to work their game. There is a shortage of officials in our area, and the number of registered officials continues to decline. Please consider becoming an official and give back to the game you love and serve the youth in our community. If you're interested, please visit callthegame.com, CALLTHEGAM.com, or speak with your athletic director for more inspiration. Thanks to you, and the best of luck to all 3 teams tonight. What about our team? We're the number 4th team.
We're the fourth.
We're the fourth
team.
That's all right.
Well, a dramatic turn of events here as we came down from Marion to Inman in very gray, overcast skies. All of us bringing different layers of clothes to put on as the game went on, and the sun has come out. We are once again staring into the sun, and you see the rays across your TV screen. And the temperature's gone up about 10 degrees.
Yep. Had the coin toss a moment ago. Marion deferred and stopped.
So throughout the game, we will give you the call of the game. We'll have Darren down on the sideline to give you the nitty gritty from down in the trenches, so to speak. And by the way, "'Tis talk like a pirate day." Arr.
Pirate Day.
And we will be bringing you some information throughout the night. Luke Lanning with the kickoff. Good end over end kick. Taking about the 15. Trying to get around that right side. He's got some running room. Luke's going to have to bring him down, and Luke does get a hold of a jersey, throws him out of bounds at the 40, saved a touchdown.
That was a big run back from Inman, and Luke was able to hold on.
Saved a touchdown and avoided a horse collar call that was pretty close. So worked out for Luke there.
Jeremiah, we are not picking you up.
Nope.
No. I wonder if you need new batteries in that thing.
Got some batteries, right?
Getting our drive on the 42-yard line.
Oh.
First kickoff.
1, 2, test 1, 2.
Okay, there you went.
Got me there.
Yeah.
Rogers contagious.
All right, Inman takes over. Starting field position, 42-yard line. Hand off to the tailback. Got a good run. He's going to get inside the 30.
Dalrymple with the tackle. Warrior defense needing to make those hits at the line of scrimmage.
Say something, Roger. I want to see if you work. Oh, you're not working. You're not working.
Like you or me. Now I'm working and you're not working.
First and 10 now from the 28-yard line. Inman threatening early here in this ball game. Hand off on the man coming around from the far side. He breaks 3 tackles.
Chase Stringer wraps him up.
Okay.
You were.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Second and 2 now for Inman. We're going to be a little disjointed while we try to figure out what's going on with the guys'
we'll get it figured
microphones. Now Rogers back.
For a second.
Second and short. Hand off to the back straight ahead, and he's going to take it all the way in the end zone. So Inman scores quickly.
Much quicker than we.
That's
too easy. That was a lot quicker than we expected that to be, and the Warriors.
I want to try something. Roger, give me your one of these, and I'm going to trade with you. Okay. No, it's this unit.
Yeah.
It's the wrong kind.
They're going to kick the extra point.
Good.
Jackson Eddy with the PAT. Your score, Inman 46
None of us. I wonder if the signal thing also.
Can't hear you.
We're getting theirs.
So can we change ours? Then what do to
Change ours? Should be able to.
gonna that works. You can't
All right.
respond.
I'm still not on.
No, you're not on. Here, try taking this one back then.
That one was working fine.
It's me. It's obviously me.
Turn around and set the kickoff for the Teutons back deep for the Warriors. Number 8.
All right. I'm coming through. That.
Well, now I'm coming through again.
You're on now.
All right, we'll just hold it
so
just like
Inman's
this.
ready to kick off.
Nobody breathe.
Brooks and Zinn are back. Zinn has got the ball for the return. He's coming to the east side of the field. Going to be brought down at about the 30-yard line.
Yep. Just inside the 30, about the 29.
Yep.
I'm still coming through, apparently.
Yeah, it must have been Mike.
It must have been Mike.
I think it was Powers. Jay's nodding in agreement. So.
Well, big series for the Warriors here after letting the Inman club go right down the field, let them get some positive momentum in their homecoming night. You don't want that. You want to try to corral that as best you can.
It sure looked like we were not ready to go.
No.
Stringer is back, step back. Mercer went in motion. Stringer keeps the near side, and he's going to make the first down before he's knocked out of bounds.
That was a good physical run by Chase Stringer. He took a shot at the end of it, but he was able to pick up about, close to 13 or 14 yards there to pick up first down.
Yeah, he bounced out of one tackle and kept hauling the guy with him.
Nice hard run. He's a big, tall kid. He was able to keep his pad level down, break a tackle, and scamper through a first down.
Eli Heck comes into the game. He's going to break out to the top of the field. Dalrymple at the near side with that Jackson Tracy, I think.
Yep, number 19, Jackson Tracy.
We're going to have looks like an equipment timeout. They're going to send a guy to the sideline to get his helmet repaired. So Inman will send in another player, place 26. Mason Carter, who's a sophomore. Stringer keeps again after the fake to Heidebrecht, and he's going to be, tackled out of bounds.
There's a flag. They just missed getting a late hit on the previous play, and they definitely played through the whistle.
So that'll be a penalty against Teutons. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, it should be 15 yards, automatic first down, and Warriors can reset.
Here comes Mike. It's going to stop working. Can bring up another Warrior first down, Roger. Warriors having good success moving the ball on this drive, including that penalty. So. What?
Evan Heidebrecht on the carry. Going to get to the Inman 39 there to second out. 7.
Evan's really been having a good season, Roger. He's moving the ball well and hitting the holes. I think each game he hits that hole even faster.
Yeah, as he gets able to stay healthy, he's going to be a strong, powerful.
Sets back with Heidebrecht behind him. Mercer goes in motion, looking to pass. That is Sam Zinn on the outside there, and he's going to pick up about 3-4 yards.
Good open field tackle there by Chase Dirk. Are they shutting everything off? Kinda. I think I'm okay. All right, we've got a third and a long one here for Warriors. Inman 33. Chase pistol there. Good strong carry by Evan.
Evan got the first down. I'm back on. So
Evan Heidebrecht up to the Inman. Where are they going to spot?
I think he's right at about the 31.
Another first down for the Warriors. Good drive, good response to that opening drive by Inman.
Sam Zinn brings the play in. motion. Sam is keep. Or
Inman did a good job of stringing that play out, and I'll tell you what, they're playing really physical right now. They're playing 2 and almost through the whistle. I think they've got a little chip on their shoulder tonight. It's going to be a good test for the Warriors right out of the gate.
yeah, they're gonna be playing us as they have been. They're gonna be playing tough tonight.
Absolutely. Hey Jeremiah,
Yes.
how much did the Pirate pay for peg and hook?
I don't know, Roger. How much?
Paid an arm and a leg.
Ah. Gonna keep. Kind of look like a busted play, but he's got some room to run, and he's gonna pick up about 5 yards.
Busted play gets down to about 25.
Roger, our first quarter sponsors are Eagle Communication, Prairie Land Partners, and Marion National Bank.
Thank you to those sponsors, all of our sponsors, make broadcast possible. Couldn't do it without
Have you got me back at all? Can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
hear me?
I
Okay,
can
because
hear
I
you.
was gone too there for a little bit when they were
Darren's back.
messing with all the stuff. My mic was out also.
We're glad to have you back. Stringer set back with Heidelberg behind him.
Eli up at the top. Evan carries down to about the 20. Going to be 4th down and
Heidelberg, the ball carrier.
give them 2.5, 3 yards.
Yeah, so it's going to be 4th down.
5, short of the first
Short.
down for the 4th down and 2. Tackle made by
Somehow we all
Mason Carter for the
came,
Teutons.
the
Loud.
field just came back on.
All right, big 4th down and 2 here for the Warriors.
Heidelberg's got it. He's got room to run. And he's going to get down within the 5-yard line, probably about the 4.
Brought down by 15, Jason
No,
Dixon.
I'm wrong. Sorry. That's about
the 7.
Yeah, 7-yard line. I'm looking at the wrong mark.
Good conversion there on 4th and 2 for the Warriors.
9-yard line, be 1st and goal for the Warriors.
Good drive here for the Warriors. See if they can cash it in the red zone. Heidelberg forward to about the 6. Picked up a yard or 2 there.
Up the middle. Picks up a couple.
Hey, Roger.
55, Mason
Why is
Dixon.
pirating so addictive?
I don't know, Jeremiah.
They say once you leave your first hand, you get hooked. Arr.
2nd and goal for the Warriors from the 6.
Stringer keeps, and he is in the zone for a Case and Son touchdown.
Good strong run and a great response there by the Warriors.
Are you hearing Roger okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is a flag.
I'm hearing you loudly and Roger not loudly.
See, I hear you really loud.
Now I don't hear you loudly.
Oh, okay.
I think you're coming in on mine now.
Yeah, I think so too. Why don't Roger try this? All right, Roger, talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like me to keep
That
talking?
sounds good.
That does sound good, but I don't think I'm on now.
No, I don't hear you now. This is bizarre.
There's too much talent in the
Well,
booth.
Right.
There's too much talent in the booth.
I'm going to I'm going to go dark.
It's going to work. Go dark.
Yes, and I'm going to turn mine off and see if yours works then. Okay.
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 All right.
Well, we'll cover the conversion here. 2-point play for the Warriors.
To Dalrymple, and Dalrymple makes the catch.
Yep. Nice, just little quick hitch play. Hit Dalrymple on the slant, and the Warriors go up 8-7. Good response by the Warriors. That was an important drive. They did a good job. Got help on the late hit out of bounds, but other than that, only one negative play. Everything else moving in the right direction, kept the chains moving. Big 4th down conversion down there inside the 25-yard line. Very good job, very good response.
Very efficient. Great series.
We've got major mic issues, not Mike Powers, just Mike. Now I can. It's in and out. I don't know what's going on. But with 5:38 left in the first quarter, Marion Warriors lead the Inman 8-7.
You gotta turn it on.
No. How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you
Okay.
now.
What was the name of the pirate that had no arms or legs and fell overboard?
I don't know, Mike.
His name was Bob. Bob.
That's a good one. Mike, coming through. I like it. What do you call a pirate with 2 eyes, 2 hands, and 2 legs?
I'm looking at that right now, so I won't answer.
He's a beginner.
Oh, I had a rookie. Rookie.
All right, landing on the kickoff. Good end over end kick. Top to the 15-yard line. The Warriors are going to make it back.
Better coverage there, but they're having trouble getting ball carriers to the ground. Let's see how they respond on defense after letting Inman go right down the field on the opening drive.
Yeah, we saw it in the scouting report and also heard tackle low.
Yeah. You always hear the good. .24 split way out wide to the top of our screen. Play to him. They run a counter the other direction. Chase drags the ball carrier to the ground around the 40-yard line.
You hear me now? Oh, there, kind of, yeah.
Hey,
Now I can.
just a real quick. If you're playing safety, you don't want to hit him low because you're the last man. You got to jump on and just take a ride if you have to.
Oh, big run up the middle. It is a foot race to the end zone. A flag back here on the sideline. I don't know, celebration or something. That's number 20 is Matt Ramey, 6'2", 190. Sideline warning. The Warriors really needing to figure out what is the answer here. Teutons are going to kick the extra point. The kick is good. So it's going to put the Teutons up 14-8. Warrior defense really trying to find an answer here for the Teutons. Oh, well, we got some time. I'll read another pirate joke here. Oh, I lost. I'm gone.
You're gone. I'm gone.
Wait. Yeah.
We don't have anybody.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me coming through? No. It's like staticky. All right, you can hear me down there? All right. Gene says he can hear me. What's the difference between a hungry pirate and a drunken pirate?
I don't know.
One has a rumbling tummy and the other is a tumbling rummy. Arr. Oh, if you could only hear my compatriots in the booth laughing heartily. Hey, the sun's going down. All right, so Zinn and Brooks are back. Turn. Go. At about the 30-yard line.
Luke Lanning.
Luke Lanning. All right. Kick. Make Are you not working at all?
No, I'm on and I have full battery, but I'm not working at all. At least I'm coming through. I can't even hear myself.
We can't hear him.
But I can hear. Why can't I hear myself? Everything's good. Everything's good there. I'm not blinking.
Ball on the ground. Stringer recovers. It's gonna be a loss. Play. About 7 yards.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep talking even though I can't hear myself.
All right. Well, that sounds good.
My wife says I talk just to hear myself, but it's obviously not the case.
Now you're not talking.
Yeah, I guess that could work. Doesn't feel right though. Doesn't feel right. And Gene, on our scoreboard, you have 13-8. Inman was successful on their PAT. It's 14-8.
Over the hand off to Heidelberg. Heidelberg has room to run up the middle. There's a flag on the play.
There's a flag.
Heidelberg is still running. He's still running, setting tackles, and he's going to go down at about the 44-yard line. But I think this is coming back.
That's in the area of still a solid run by Evan there.
Yeah,
Way to change the tone. They're going backwards. Yep.
Ball is holding on the Warriors, and that's going to bring up second down and a lot.
Yes, because that's going to be from the spot of the foul. That's going to go back quite a ways. Gene says I'm coming in, so I can't. Okay, I can't hear myself, but that's okay.
It's not coming back. I can hear Gene clearly.
I can't hear Gene.
I can't hear me.
No. All right, we've got a second, and we're just going to go with the scoreboard.
Yeah,
second and 29.
Big play for the same play, and Heidelberg is going to stop about 4 yards. Third down.
Third and a long ways. But Marion just showed we could break a long run, so I expect to see something fairly conservative here. Maybe a deep shot down the field. You figure if you throw a deep ball and it's picked off, it's like a punt. You're probably looking at that anyway. Officially, it's going to be 3rd and 24 for the Warriors with just over 3 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Break a tackle, but not get out of there.
Oh, well, on that play, Mercer tried to go around the left edge, and Inman did a great job of stringing the play out and was able to use the sideline kind of as an extra defender. And Marion's going to be forced to punt here with a 4th and 24. Blaine Murmis back in punt formation for the Warriors. No return man back for Inman. And they almost got to the kick. Going to bounce around the 40. Come to rest at the 42-yard line. So Inman's going to start their third drive in plus territory while the Marion defense tries to figure out a way to stop something up the middle. They've been just getting gashed in the middle of that defense. See if they can turn it around here.
Let's go, defense!
Got 2:14 left in the first quarter. Just a reminder, our first quarter sponsors, Eagle Communications, Prairie Land Partners, and Marion National Bank. Thank you to those sponsors and all of our other sponsors. Inman's going to start this drive from the Marion 43.
Get on.
Straight up the gut again.
We are just missing tackles.
Yeah, we had a big hole in the middle. Linebacker overran the play a little bit, and then a whiff at the second level, and a big gainer for the Teutons down to the 25-yard line. And they are rolling. Warriors got to find something here on defense. I can't hear you, but I can't hear myself, so. The pitch out to the right.
Same player, number 20.
Yep.
And he is just lighting us up.
Yep. That's another easy touchdown for Matt Ramey. And the Warriors are searching for something on defense as they're staring at a 20-8 deficit here with 1:42 left in the first. Don't normally say it's going to be. This is a very important drive coming up here after the PAT.
Yep, it is. Warriors. Yeah, Warriors need to have a good possession here and end up with some points coming out of it.
Hey, Jeremiah, what happened to the Pirate when his wooden leg caught fire?
I don't know, Roger. What happened?
He got burnt to the ground. Arr. Oh. Well, we're having fun up here.
We are.
There's not much fun on the sideline right now, but there's a lot of time to turn that around. I expect.
Roger, well, we're talking about Pirates and their wooden legs. What did the Pirate say when his wooden leg got stuck in the freezer?
What?
Shiver me timbers.
Third round, kicking off for the Teutons. And Anthony Brooks, deep return man for the Warriors.
Zinn and Brooks are back for the return. I feel like I'm back on now. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so we're all on.
Short.
Another short kick to Lanning.
Right up the middle. There you go.
Good.
He's gonna try.
Yeah, Mike isn't really trying to try.
You're on.
So you're on now.
Oh, well, I am actually very comfortable. I want you guys to keep going. I'm going to throw in pirate jokes as it suits me. Or correct things to say that are incorrect.
What? Oh, yeah.
What?
That means you're actually having.
Can anyone hear me through the headset?
No, I can't hear you through the headset. No, I couldn't earlier.
Okay.
I cannot hear Roger.
Gene, can you hear me through the headset? Okay.
It's amazing.
Okay. Sorry, Darren. We'll take your pirate jokes up here, though.
All right, Springer hand is going to keep. He fakes a handoff to Heidelberg, fake me out. He's looking for Zinn down the middle, and Zinn went down just a little bit early.
Yeah. Good effort there on both sides. Pretty well thrown ball. Chase let him open, threw him out of the coverage, and just a little bit out of Sam's reach.
Yeah, you're going to see it on the replay here. Sam just came up a little bit short on that.
Good effort on both ends.
Yeah, so it's going to be a second and 10, which is better than second and 29. Which we had
That's right. Hey, positive.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Whereas needing to move the ball. Springer puts Tracy in motion. Hands off to Heidelberg. First pitches to Tracy and bobbles.
Oh!
Brings it in and picks up about a yard.
Good collision there. Jackson Tracy lowered his shoulder and delivered a hit, but the Inman defender.
You're going to see on the pitch here, Tracy's going to bobble this ball on the pitch. brings it in eventually and is met by 3.
He delivered the blow, but number 3 did a good job there hanging on for the tackle. Bring up a 3rd and about 8.
One thing Tracy did well there is he kept looking at the ball. Sometimes you'll get the bobbling around, but you won't look at it.
Yeah. Or you look up, you peek for a defender coming.
Right, and then you miss it. Stringer sets back to pass. He's looking.
He's got room to run over here. He's going to have to make one move.
And he's going to get the first down and be out of bounds. So good run by Stringer. Looked at the field, looked at his options.
Yep.
Nobody was open, and he had a lot of room over on the right side, on our near side, to pick up the first down.
Sometimes a broken play like that can help to settle a guy down. Maybe that'll help to settle the whole team down. Situation like that.
And also, when you set back the pass like that, it forces that defense also to keep be aware from
Absolutely.
They can't all just go running with the receiver.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors from the Inman 42.
Stringer in the pistol. He's got Heidelberg behind him. Mercer comes in motion. Handoff is to Heidelberg up the middle. He's got room to run. He's at the going to make it to about the 25-yard line, maybe the 26. Oh, I gave him a bad spot. They put him in.
Anyway, first down for the Warriors as they get inside the Inman 30. Eli Het brings the play in to Chase so he can give it to the Warriors.
Dalrymple out to the far side with Mercer. Eli Het on the near side, Heidelberg in the backfield.
Oh.
And I'm just taking the night off.
Stop for no gain there.
Yeah, Heidelberg unable to make anything out of that.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
We turn it over to Darren for our St. Luke quarterly report if he has a microphone. I think he does. We'll see. If not, Roger, I'll turn it over to you.
So we can defer to
you work at St.
we can defer to the St. Luke Hospital employee.
Yeah.
Well, quarterly report, Darren. I don't know. He's getting set up down there. I don't want to steal it from him.
Let's see if Darren, are you on the air? Well, he doesn't have He doesn't have earphones.
Check.
Yeah.
Check. You can hear me now?
Yeah, it's time for the quarterly report.
You got me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, are you wanting a first quarter update?
No, you got it.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know too much because I've been back here trying to mess with microphones for the first quarter.
You can't make it up too bad.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I would say so far is that coming into the game when we talked about a pregame was we were worried that 24 was going to be the one that hurt us. It's been number 20 so far in this first quarter. So we got to find a way to shut him down and worry about the rest of the team.
Thank you, Darren. That quarterly report brought to you by St. Luke Hospital.
All right, so Warriors now heading to the south. Switch fields. Finger step back. He puts Mercer in motion. Steps back to pass. He's got an open man in Jackson Tracy. Jackson hits the defender hard and picks up another couple yards after the first collision.
Hey, can you back up there? Toss me a 9-volt. I'm not getting anything in my earphone either. Oh, here.
He's going to bring it down to about the 8-yard line.
That was a great job by Jackson there, securing the catch and then just getting upfield. He wasn't looking to make anybody miss. He was he was trying to find some contact and get as many yards as he could.
Right.
It's going to put the Warriors at 1st and goal from the Inman 9-ish.
Check.
Yes. Springer puts Mercer in motion. He keeps. And he's going to get.
How that play's not dead, I don't know, but that's a touchdown. He's in the zone.
Case and Sun Insurance touchdown.
I'm not really sure how that play's not blown dead, but it worked for the good guys, so we're going to take it.
The officials heard the fans yelling, push him, and so they let him push him.
They just assumed everything was okay.
Yep, they figured that was part of the play call. The Warriors answer.
A very good answer, too. Very early in the second quarter. There's a lot of football left tonight.
There is, and really the difference is going to be if the Warrior defense can start standing up.
Yes.
Springer sets back for the 2-point conversion. He hands it off, and it is not going to be completed. So Our score after the attempt is going to be 21-14.
21-14, so the Warriors chasing a touchdown, but the way that things have gone with just getting shredded on the defensive side thus far, you're down one score, a lot of time left before halftime. Not a terrible spot to be in considering the start that has been had.
Right. Really want to see on this possession the Warrior defense come out and have an answer for this running game that Inman has been putting forward.
And Inman runs a similar offense in that it's kind of an option based, but they run a lot of counters and little traps and things like that. There's guards moving, tackles and guards sometimes, so very important for the guys at the second level to just read their keys, play their responsibilities, not get caught up in watching some of the action that's going on behind the ball.
Right. Lanning comes in to kick.
Does Lanning use the square shoe?
Yes.
Does he? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you'll see him switch shoes here after kickoff. Hopefully he doesn't have to make the tackle again this time. Kick is to about 20-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds, so the Teutons will have it, I think, at the 35. You can see Mike pointing out, you can see on the near side Anderson Waddell getting ready to run out there, and he's going to go out and get the kick.
T retriever.
Yep. Good hustle, Anderson. Let's go, defense! Warrior defense coming out on the field for this drive. Got Jared Ray and Blaine Murmis and Brandon Wynn, Jackson Tracy, Colton Mercer. 7 is Heiderbrecht. 20 is Dalrymple. A lot of the same names that you see on offense. 3 is Eli Het. 2 is Sam Zinn. 8 is Stringer. 1 is Braden Mercer. And off to the near side.
Sweet.
He's going to be wrapped up after about 6 yards. There's a late flag.
Late flag. That looks like it could be a face mask.
Personal foul.
Face
mask on the defense. So Warriors make a expensive mistake.
I think. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think they got Braden Mercer on that one when he came in on the. He came in right there into the play there and tried to pull the pile back, and I think he got a little too much around the helmet.
Caught a little iron on the face. Well, the Warriors get a positive play on defense and then kind of shoot themselves in the foot. See if they can respond here.
Right. So 1st and 10 for the Teutons at about the 45-yard line. Man in motion. Handoff to number 20. And we're going to wrap him up and just cannot bring him down. Man, he's going to get about 7 yards on the carry. Warriors threw 7 or 8 guys at him, it seemed like, and he could not bring him down.
The Warriors are hitting him way too high. They are not hitting him.
There's good contact.
They got to hit down around the waist or lower.
There's good contact. They're flying to the football, but they're not doing a good job of getting to where they're supposed to be as far as hitting him on the body and hitting him low.
Going to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Teutons. 20's in the backfield for the Teutons.
Reverse.
23 is carrying the ball to the outside. He's got lots of room to run. Warriors are going to bring him down at the 20. So Inman having no problem moving the ball.
No, they're doing a good job of using some misdirection, and it's really confusing the Warrior defense.
A good block there by 55 on Jackson Tracy to steal him off.
Time for the Warriors to bow their neck, see if they can't get a stop here.
Yeah, the Warriors searching for an answer here.
Just under 10 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Man, run is up the middle, and the Warriors are on that one. They were ready for that, and he had no gain.
Take that as a very positive sign from the defensive line and linebackers for the Warriors. See, Evan Heidebrett comes through on the stunt, and he kind of takes up a blocker. He wasn't the one that makes the play. He's at the bottom of the pile.
He was the one pulling him backwards. .24 on the near side that Roger pointed out for us to watch.
Very, very wide split here. Look for maybe a toss or a quick slant at him, and there it is.
That's a hold. That was a hold. There was absolutely a hold out here on the near side.
That was no doubt about it. There was a blatant hold down at the bottom of the screen.
You're going to see it on the replay here. As 20 comes around, you're going to see 24 just take it to grab Sam Zinn and seal him off. You can just go.
And Sam's got a hold of him too, but he had 24 had him held and sealed off. I think he missed that one. Unfortunately, it goes against the Warriors, and a touchdown for Inman as they try the PAT with 9:02 left in the second. Tugged it left.
No good.
So both teams score here in the last 3 minutes. Both teams missed the conversion, and at the 9:02 mark, it's 27-14. Inman leading Marion. Inman's sideline is still fired up. They're excited about the way they've started this football game.
They are, and I mean we can point out the holding call that was missed, but that doesn't change the fact of what happened in that drive.
No, and that was still going to be a big play even without the hold. But it's hard not to point something out like that when it's that obvious to us. We're sitting however many yards away, and the guy that was 10 yards from it couldn't call it, but that's beside the point. We'll take it down to the field to Darren. Oh, Darren can't hear me?
No, Roger, I can't hear you. I can hear Jeremiah, but I cannot hear Roger.
Okay.
I'm not sure why.
I can't hear Roger either.
Well, I haven't heard me for the last half an hour, but Gene said I was
told
good.
us that he can hear Roger.
Okay.
So I'm still talking. I'm just going to keep talking.
You got anything to add, Darren?
Well, we just got to find an answer for something. I don't know. I'm not sure. It just seems like, you take a look back at last game, and what got us in trouble was the runs up the middle and just off the outside of the tackles. And that's kind of where we're getting hurt again tonight. So, I don't know. We just got to figure out a way to keep stuff contained and keep it in the middle. When there's been a couple plays where they've been able to make the stop when it's been right up the middle, and that's where we got to try to keep it.
Can we find out if Gene can hear me or not? All right.
Gene assures us.
Perfect.
We've heard from Gene. He can hear Roger.
All right.
None of us can hear Roger, but we're glad Gene
I can't hear Roger.
That's a benefit
to
me. So.
Gene. Oh, Gene.
Funny guy. So the Teutons are here to kick off from the 40. Got Brooks, and then back as a short kick. It's an onside kick.
And Inman, the way that they're reacting, they recovered.
Here's the replay.
Onside kick is recovered by the Teutons.
Warriors totally caught off guard by that. We can't tell here.
Now, we're not going to figure out who recovered it, but it was pretty well executed.
It was very well executed. Fusion on the field here. Yeah, Warriors had 12 guys out there at one point. Down to 11. Warrior defense with a chance again to assert themselves here.
Sweep
to the side. He's going to cut up. Jackson Tracy able to wrap him up and bring him down after about a gain of.
Jackson did a good job there. You're going to see him on the replay here. He's getting blocked for a long, long time, but he stays with it, keeps his eyes up. You see him engage here. He's going to do a good job of fighting through this block and eventually making the tackle.
Yeah, he fights through the block and wraps that guy up. Good for us, number 73 cut him off.
Yeah.
So. It's going to be 2nd and 2.
Sally.
We're back to 23, and there's a flag back here on the play. I think.
Are they going to call a hold?
Might come back for holding. The number 65 is on the ground with his hands out, wondering what the heck am I getting called for. See 23 cuts back the opposite direction, and
They're going to get a hold, so that's going to bring that play back.
the hold erases the run. Make second down and about 9.
Take it almost to the original line of scrimmage,
right
from the spot of the foul there.
Yep.
You hear Sam, he's alerting 24, the wide receiver for Inman, being in the backfield. That normally means something's going to be involved with him on the play. Wow.
They just cannot get to the side.
Untouched.
Yeah, he was
absolutely
free and
untouched.
gone before we even got to the sideline.
39-yard touchdown run for Matt Ramey. That's his third at least tonight. Is
Yeah,
it his
I think
fourth?
you're right. You're going to see him just a pitch out here to the right side, to the near side, and he's going to come around the corner. And we just can't get on. We can't get a hand on him.
Nope.
Warriors in pursuit, but nothing happened.
Inman's going to line up and kick the extra point. Looked like they might go for 2 there, but I think they just had an extra guy on the field.
Oh, they are going to go for 2. They are pulling out everything they have tonight.
They are fired up about this football game.
Yeah,
and our guys do not know how to respond. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Our guys don't know how to respond.
Their whole bench on the field.
I'll tell you what, this is a statement by Inman. And if they can't get themselves fired up about a midfield celebration with no flags thrown, mind you, no flags thrown, they need
Kraft is pulling them
they need to find a way to motivate themselves here.
And he's going to have what we call a come to Jesus moment with the boys.
This is a huge moment.
It is.
And we've talked about it a couple times about just momentum and swings like that. But when a team dances at midfield or in the center of the field on you, and all your players acknowledge it, something has to happen, or else this thing's going to go south even further than it already has thus far through a quarter and a half.
Yeah, we're 35-14 is the score right now. Inman leading. Warriors needing to turn things around quick. And the way they're playing, Roger, it wouldn't be out of question that they would run another onside kick.
No, why not? I mean at this point, everything that they have done and that they've scripted is gone exactly according to plan.
Right.
So I would be alert for it if I was on the front 2 lines of this kick return team.
The Warrior and coaching staff is fired up. We're hoping to get the Warrior players fired up. Teuton's back to kick. Brooke and Zinn back to return. It's a long kick. Going to go to Zinn. He's going to get it at about the 12. He's coming to the near side. He's got some room to run. He's going to break through the line, and he is
go baby go
all the way.
Go baby go. Go baby go.
To the end zone.
Touchdown.
Son. Touchdown!
Let's go. Get fired up.
We got a flag on the play. And
looks like we might get a sideline warning here, but there's another flag in the end zone. Oh, they're going to throw a flag on us for celebrating in the end zone while they jump out to the halfway point on the field on the last one?
They were all the way down to the 15.
I'll tell you what, if this is excessive celebration or taunting on Sam for scoring that touchdown, I might have to go have a word with the official. I know one of them, he's an umpire for baseball, and I might have to go talk to him because that's uncalled for. If you're going to let a team come out halfway across the field jumping around, touchdown is good.
Sideline warning.
Sideline warning. Okay. That's ridiculous. That's a ridiculous call.
Yeah, Warriors penalized for celebrating in the end
And
zone.
so if they're saying he spiked the ball or something like that, I get it. But after you let a team dance at midfield, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Warriors finally getting fired up about this
Darren,
game.
do you have anything?
Okay, hey, if you can hear me,
Yeah.
what that call was down there was they actually called Sam Zinn for spiking the ball, but they gave us a sideline warning for it.
But he still gets the unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's what they said. That's
Okay.
what the official in the end zone was. He didn't hand Sam the ball, that he threw it down, and they said it's legally fine after the play's over, after the extra point's over, for their whole team to come out on the field like they did after that last.
That's ridiculous.
Because that's what Coach Kraft's asking about right now.
Holy cow.
The Warriors are going to go for 2 from.
Mike, I might give you my headset so I can go down there.
Roger is fired up.
I can't deal with this.
Fired up. Time for a pirate joke.
You know what? I got a couple of those. I got a couple of
Need a
those.
good pirate
I got a
joke,
couple of those.
Roger.
Why did the pirate buy an eye patch?
I don't know why.
Because he couldn't afford an iPad.
Arr.
Arr.
All right.
They are expensive, by the way.
They are expensive.
That's such a bad joke. Such a
Warriors
bad
are going
joke.
to go for 2 from a long way out from the 15.
Throw a fade to Sam and let him spike it
15-yard
again.
line, and Stringer's back to pass. He's looking, and he's going to still looking to pass. He's got Dalrymple. It's through his hands, and it is incomplete.
Good effort.
It was a good effort. Dalrymple got nailed as he was trying to catch it, but it went right through his hands. Yeah, it was. Yep, you just saw him a little late, and the pass was high.
Yeah,
but
by then it was a little high, and the defenders were able to converge. I'll tell you what, this is another big moment in the football game. A good response there from the Warriors. Takes a little bit of the momentum away from Inman, and with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, that should only fire our guys up more.
I think so, and there's something about seeing your coach out there fighting for you.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
Sean was out there, and he's fired up, and for Coach Kraft, and hopefully this will light a fire in these guys.
It should. I don't. And this is just, I coach some of these kids out here too, and I wouldn't like being treated that way on a baseball field, on a basketball court. I don't care if we're playing a pickup game over in Hutch between these two teams. I don't want to be treated like that. And so for these guys to respond, I think it's very, very important here. We're still 7.5 minutes from halftime.
Right.
And there are fireworks galore here in Inman tonight. You got a guy ready to jump off 3 stories of scaffolding and go talk to an official.
I have to strap you in.
I hope Gene can still hear me. I've got a lot of good stuff. This is awesome.
I need Darren to bring me another strap for you. Landing to kick off.
Pooch kick right in the middle of the field.
24 on the return. He's got room to run. We're going to wrap him up. That was Tracy, I think, on the tackle. Oh, no, Anthony Brooks on the tackle. The Warrior defense is on the field again.
Got to find a way to get a stop.
Gotta
One stop.
Yeah, got to find a way to stop 20.
Anybody, stop. Just
23, 24.
Stop them.
Yep.
Stop the guys in black.
You know, I can't exactly hear everything Roger's saying, so I hope I don't double up on this, but one of the things you hate to say this early in the game with 7 minutes left to go in the second quarter, but every drive could be the ball game
Right.
at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to find a way to stop them if we can. It's going to be 100
Warriors
points.
call a Tampa State bank timeout. Time gives me a chance to talk about another pirate joke.
Before you
here.
get to our pirate
Okay,
joke,
yeah.
I'd like to remind our
Oh,
viewers of
yeah.
our second quarter sponsors.
idea.
Triple R Hauling, Shelter and Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Harry Real Estate, Marion Kiwanis Club. I missed the best opportunity right
Jeremiah,
there.
Yes.
Guys,
Man,
was 15 the starting quarterback?
Yes.
Has he been a quarterback the whole way through on the game?
He's listed.
Yes.
I haven't paid attention to him as far as being under center all the time, though.
Right, but he's listed as being the starting quarterback.
Is he okay? He's the freshman.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Roger.
Hey.
What is Captain Hook's favorite store?
What?
The second-hand store. Arr. All right, Warrior defense on the field. Teuton ball at their 40. Darren was inquiring about the freshman's quarterback, number 15.
And he is indeed in the pistol for Inman.
He's
Up
gonna
the
hand
middle.
Up the middle, and this again with room to run. Stringer holds on for dear life and is able to bring him down at the 41-yard line. But that is a 19-yard gain.
And Inman, they're just doing anything they want on the offensive end right now.
We just look like we are slow motion. I meant in the regular play. It looked like we were in slow motion. Not in the replay. All right. We're defense looking for Anthony. Fake
Sally.
pitch, and they are going to not let anything go on.
There you go.
Warriors did not bite on the fake. They stayed at home.
Brandon Wynn and Luke Lanning in on the tackle. They did a good job in the middle of the defense.
Able to wrap up Michael Bledsoe and bring him to the ground.
2nd and 12 for Inman from the Warrior 43.
Warriors really needing another stop here, another no game.
Something.
Yeah.
Turnover
would be
big.
amazing. Turnover would be a sign that things have shit, that the pendulum.
Flood pass.
Dalrymple out there looking for the tackle. Stands in, takes him out of bounds.
Going to be close to the first down.
Yeah, I think he might be just a yard or two short.
Brings up a 3rd and 2 or 3, looks like. Big opportunity here for the Warriors. More than likely going to have to stop 2 plays here because I think Inman would go for it. Even though we've seen him kick extra points, I don't think this is near within a range of a field goal for.
I don't think they got anything to lose.
No, not at this point in the football game.
Yeah. Warriors looking to blitz.
Pitch.
Pitches it to the near side, and they get a hand on him, but he's not able to bring him down. Dalrymple helping him up. Excuse me, Blaine Murmas helped.
Blaine kind of gave him a little belly rub there and knocked him
did.
down on accident, but was able to pick him back up.
That's going to be first down for the Teutons. 6:02 remaining in the half. Ball is on the Warrior 20. And in motion.
Sweet.
Quarterback hands off to him. And he has got all kinds of room to run, and he is in the zone.
Michael Bledsoe, the ball carrier, good for a 2-ton touchdown.
It's just too easy for him right now.
It really is. I mean, it's just we make a stop one direction, and then we make that stop, and so
They're doing a good job with misdirections,
we
and
can't catch up.
it looks like they're going to go for 2 here. Up the middle.
Okay. All I saw was thumbs up.
Give us the.
Yeah, nobody put their arms up.
It's good.
They got thumbs up
Give
all
us
the way
the
around.
conversion
I didn't
sign.
know what that was.
They
did get 2.
They did get 2.
That was a good conversion. We got the thumbs up from 3 officials, so I guess that's the. They got tired of putting their arms up.
I mean, gosh, look at the scoreboard.
All right, well, give you our Warrior sponsors: Marion Auto Supply, Gambino's Pizza, Katie Insurance, and Security First Title. Roger, what are you seeing out there? What can we be doing differently?
I think, choosing my words, I think there's two issues, and it's been handling the middle, and it's been handling the outside. I know that sounds ridiculous because obviously that's the whole football field, but they're getting gashed up the middle, but then when they spread out to try to contain the edges, that's when they're getting burned in the middle. And then when it looks like when they're trying to pinch and cover up the A-B gap, then they're getting beat on the outside, they're losing contain. So I think it's a fine line of being able to still handle the quick hitter right up the middle, but also being able to handle the sweeps on the edges. And they're just getting almost caught in between right now, it looks like.
Yeah. We have a timeout call.
Timeout
So
on the
calls a Tampa State Bank timeout.
Maybe they're thinking about a onside kick, something like that. You know, Marion is going to get the ball at halftime, and here's another kind of pivotal point in the game, 5.5 minutes before halftime. But, you know, you've got a chance here to maybe possess the ball twice at this half if you can get a stop, and then you're going to get the ball coming out of halftime. So chance to get, 3 possessions here in the next 5.5 minutes of game time. Good opportunity here, hopefully a positive return, a good drive, maybe get a stop and another quick score before halftime, and you're right back in this football game.
Right.
The points I don't think are going to stop in the second half. I think there's still going to be points. So as many as you can try to pour on now here for Marion in the last 5.5 minutes of the half, I think you should try to do.
I think you're absolutely right, Roger. The key to this game is going to be making stops.
I mean,
you got to keep putting it in the end zone.
You got to. I think Marion has punted once, okay, but no turnovers yet, right? No turnover, one punt.
Yeah, only one punt playing.
Yep.
Short kick, Landon recovers. He's on his knees. Let's stop the play. And Warriors are going to come out at 33-yard line. They opted not to kick it to Sam again.
Probably a wise choice.
Yeah.
Wise choice, yes. Hey, Jeremiah.
Hey, Roger.
What has 8 legs, 8 arms, and 8 eyes?
I don't know what.
8 pirates. Arr.
Heiderbrecht up the middle, and they're saying that he lost the ball.
The officials, I think, are going to say he's down.
Well, we're going to see here. They're going to have a conference about it.
Marion Marion bleachers are getting involved in the conversation.
Sure are. They are close to the ground end of the field here.
Wow.
And they're going to give the ball to Inman. I don't know if we have a replay on this, Gene. Jared Ray out making his case on behalf of the Warriors.
Marion coaching staff is very upset at this ruling. I don't know if we have a replay of it. It certainly looked like to me that the play was dead. It looked like to me that the play was dead, and then the ball came out at the end. Obviously, the officials didn't see it that way. We can disagree as much as we want. It's not gonna change it. Just like the holding call a couple possessions ago, Marion has to find a way to make something happen out of this.
Teutons to break the huddle. Nobody saw it. Handoff is to 24, and he is off to the races. He's going to be brought down
by the turf.
Yeah, by the turf. He's out to the 21-yard line. Dalrymple comes off the field for the Warriors.
First down for Inman at the 23.
One man out on the far side, a man in motion. Handoff is up the middle, and he's not going to go anywhere. I thought I saw a flag coming on the far side.
Probably a face mask. I'm not sure the.
Yep.
Maybe a hold.
Gonna march it off backwards. Yeah.
They called a face mask on the offense.
Probably illegal hands to the face.
Okay.
Yes.
They called it face mask or hands to the face.
Hands to the face. He made the face mask motion, didn't he?
But I don't think that would be called.
Okay.
The field announcer said illegal hands to the face. Marion has declined the penalty.
Make it second and 10.
Instead of first, and what would that be? Probably first and
15. I think that's a 5-yard
Right,
penalty. I'm not
right.
sure.
Second and 10. Man in motion for the Teutons. Quarterback back to pass. A short pass to the near side to 20. Heiderbrecht's in pursuit, and he's going to bring.
That's going to be a horse collar.
There's going to be a flag for the horse collar.
Going to call Heidebrecht for a horse collar.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have to say, I think I agree with the call.
Right,
You can see on the replay, you can grab him by the jersey shoulder pad, but you can't pull him backwards with that. Right. And I think that was a pretty obvious flag.
That's to protect the player.
It is. That's all about player safety. That's a new rule in the last 4 or 5 years. It seems like it's really become prevalent.
On the replay, was it? Did he actually get the pads?
It looks like he has.
It was I mean, from down here, I could tell if you tell jersey, but I couldn't see if the pads.
It looked like he had him pretty good by the
pads. He had
pads.
the pads. So Teutons in really good position. First and goal
from about the 4. It looks like
from the 4-yard line. So quarterback pitches it to 20. He's going to be met, but he is down at about the 1.
Evan Heidebrecht with a good job. He hit him extremely high as we've been talking, and he was able to drive forward for 3 yards, get Inman down to the 1.5 yard line ish.
3:49 remaining in the half.
Warriors on the verge of giving up a solid 50 here in the first half if they're not careful.
Totally unexpected. Off.
Quarterback keeper.
Yeah, quarterback kept.
Fake to the big back, and quarterback scampers in untouched for a touchdown. Their arms are tired already.
Their arms are tired. They've been 10 touchdowns.
About to be 70 points on the board.
They're going to kick. Well, they're going to line up to kick. They've proven already they can go for 2 for this one. I think got a hand on it.
No good.
No good.
So,
I think Brandon Wynn
in a very small victory.
Yeah, a 1-point victory.
A 1-point victory, and it's under 50. So, as we talked about on the last change of possession, the Warriors are going to get the ball coming out of halftime. So, to be able to put points on the board here, if you take all 3 minutes and 24 seconds, great. It keeps their offense off the field. If you're going to score quick, somehow you got to find a way to get a stop if you're Marion. Yeah. Down to the field, Darren. Anything for us?
Darren, you got anything for us down there?
Sidelines are starting to look a little torn up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There wasn't much grass there to start.
At some points in the game, you can just sit there and look and say, okay, here's what we need to fix. Here's what we need to fix. On defense, we need to fix everything.
Yeah,
right
there's
now.
a lot.
I mean, The only thing I've seen that looks consistent out here is the defensive ends are getting out and getting them turned in on a consistent basis. There's just been nobody behind them, whether it's been up the middle, whether it's been to cut and bounce into the outside. You know, the next 8 guys in the next 2 levels just aren't there. They're getting blocked.
Marion return team needs to stay awake for a variety of things here. We've seen a deep kick, we've seen a pooch kick, we've seen a squib kick. We've seen it all.
Brooks on the near side, then on the far side. Another short kick for Lanning. Lanning drops it, and he's able to recover it.
Marion's going to get the ball at the 25.
You almost get the sense that they've targeted him.
And, you know, he did a really good job. Called for a fair catch on one, had a really solid return out of the second one, but I think they're willing to take whatever he gets versus what Sam or Anthony can provide at the back end.
Right.
I think we're going to see nothing but squib kicks and maybe even another onside kick. I don't think you're going to see the ball kicked deep again tonight, at least from the Inman side.
Do you think it's a situation where you another kickoff, pull him, and we put somebody else in that position?
You could, because I don't think you're going to see a kick deep, but depends on how much we've been able to.
Dalrymple catches that on the near side. He's got a knee down, so that's going to stop the play.
Gain of 5 as the clock rolls.
I like
here.
that play.
It's 5 yards. It's pretty stress-free. As you roll towards 3 minutes left, clock shouldn't be an issue here. Obviously need to stay conscious.
And actually, that's the type of play we've been kind of asking for all season.
Yeah.
You know, we need that short little, whether it's a slant or just to stop and hit.
Springer up, steps back, and the play's going to be stopped. I think we might get a
false start.
The Warriors get a little eager.
They're going to give those 5 yards right back, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. That's kind of been the way it's gone tonight. A couple steps forward, and then you go back to the starting line. And I think he's going to – you can see the official talking to Sam. I don't know if he flinched up there at the top, but pretty hard. Normally you only get called as a wide receiver when it's pretty obvious.
Right. Because they get out there and they check with the ref to
Yeah.
make sure that they're lined up properly.
Regardless, we got 2nd and 10 as we roll towards the 2.5-minute mark here.
Springer step back. Tracy in motion. He looks again out here to Dalrymple. Dalrymple's got some room to move, and Dalrymple gets the first down. He's going to bring it out to about the 38.
39-yard line. Good
like
positive
that
play.
spot.
Yeah, that was a good spot. All the way out to the 39.
Good
And
pass and reception.
And the clock's going to roll now that the chains are
Dalrymple. I
set.
like that. Het goes out to the far side. Dalrymple near side. Got a
timeout.
Inman timeout. Tampa State Bank timeout.
Well, we've got a chance. We'll remind you of our second quarter sponsors: Triple R Hauling, Shelter Insurance, Theory Real Estate, and Marion Kiwanis Club. They have a really, really good president this year. That's the best part about it. Gene said, well, too bad his term is over in 2 weeks. It's my term, and I'm really excited for it to be over in 2 weeks.
Well, you did 2 terms anyways, so.
Basically. Thank you, Andrew Bruner, if you're watching.
Andrew Bruner, wherever you are.
Northwest Kansas.
$2:20 left in the second quarter here from Inman Stadium. I don't know if it's got a name.
I just got a text from the superintendent asking, when's the last time we gave up 49 points in half?
Great question, Aaron, and I don't know the answer. Ball's on the ground. Chase picks it up. Finds
Mercer. Mercer able to pick up a first down.
That was a little broken play that turned into a big gainer, gets the Warriors across midfield, and with 2:12 and the clock stopped for the move, the Warriors are on the move. Clock's rolling. Warriors still in the huddle.
Jeremiah, I don't know if Roger's answering this question partially, but in my 8 years here now, I know I've never seen it. It's been pretty rare that we've given up 49 points in a whole game.
Yeah. I say I would need to use my phone a friend and call Casey Case, I think. Another pass. Warriors finding the passing game here. at the end of the second quarter.
And you know what? Maybe this is something
the
that
chains
this is something they've just decided. And obviously, you're getting clock concerns, so you're going to try to move the ball a little more rapidly. But we've seen something that's been working here the last 4 or 5 plays. Keep it going. Keep the ball moving. Keep Inman off balance.
What I really like, the receivers are getting yards after catch.
Yep.
Bring her back. Put Mercer in motion, looking to pass again. He's got Dalrymple here on the near side. Dalrymple is wrapped up and able to pick up about 6 yards.
And if my memory serves me right, I don't keep the good timeout box like Mike Powers does. I think Marion has 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, he hasn't been writing them down since he's not in the game.
I think they've one timeout, so we're down to 1:15 left here in the second quarter. 2nd and 4 from the 32.
Mercer in motion. He steps back to pass. He's got head again. Head on the near
Eli
side.
Head, and he gets out of bounds. That's pretty significant.
Pick up the first down and get out of bounds. So 1:07 remaining in the half. Warriors are moving the ball here, and Roger, in all honesty, that hasn't been the problem.
No, it's been stopping on the other side.
On the other side. So
but
the
here
Warriors
we got
able to control the game here for a little bit. And when we come out in the second half, we'll have the ball again.
Inman's going to call a timeout here, and I think
that's their final timeout. Tampa State Bank timeout.
Their final Tampa State Bank timeout, and I think they're going to try to make some adjustments here with the defense because they're getting spread out and really picked apart right now going down the field. And it hasn't been big plays down the field. It's been nice little chunks, and then receivers working hard to get forward after the catch.
I think what we might even see here, Roger, is a kind of a prevent defense to keep them out of the end zone to say you can catch it, but you're not going to get past this point.
It could be, or you could see them bring the house here on the next couple of plays, try to create a bad pass or get a sack and really make Marion have to chew up more clock.
Yeah.
We'll probably see something in the middle because you and I don't know what the heck we're doing. So it'll probably be kind of a prevent / maybe one blitzer.
Could be a little bit of both. It'll be a linebacker blitz with a prevent.
Just defense. A one-dog blitz. There you go. Tell you what, the temperature has really dropped since the sun went down.
Yeah. My hands are a little cold.
My hands are a little cold. Dynamite drop in, Gene.
Tracy into motion. He's going to hand off to Heiderbrecht, and he's going to pick up some yards.
He's going to be down near a first down.
He is. You know, whatever changes were made in the timeout, I don't know if they were saying, look for the pass, we're going to do this for the pass here. We answer with the run.
Well, I think it's a great tactic by the Marion offensive coordinator. Whoever's calling the plays down there, you've got them spread out thinking pass, 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 and then you run it down their throat for 9 yards or so.
Yeah. So Tracy comes in motion. Stringer keeps, and he's going to pick up the first down.
First down. Clock's going to stop with 35 seconds left.
First down for the Warriors.
Marion still
for the Warriors.
2 timeouts. Ball's going to be spotted around the 4.
The Warriors are going to be first and goal.
And
right on the 5-yard line.
Okay, right on the 5. The clock's moving now under 30 seconds. We got a whistle for an equipment
issue. I'm sure is just filling the Teuton coach. Stop clock. So
Marion needs to stay conscious because that clock's going to roll now.
Yep,
they need to get this play going. They've got 2 timeouts. You don't want to cut it too terribly close.
Looking to score here before half. Handoff is to Heiderbrecht.
Touchdown.
He is in the zone for a Case and Son Insurance touchdown. Good drive by the Warriors, Roger, coming down the field with a bunch of passes and finishing off with a couple runs up the middle.
Kind of softened them up, softened the defense up with the passing game, and then kind of delivered the knockout punch there to get it in the end zone and cut the deficit a little bit and really have a little momentum going into the half here.
Warriors looking for a 2-point conversion. Stringer puts Tracy in motion. Sets back to pass.
It's deflected.
Deflected and is incomplete.
So with 16 seconds left in the second quarter, Inman leads Marion 49-26. And I think with no timeouts on the Inman side, Marion needs to just make sure you're not giving up a big kickoff return here. Inman's likely to run a pretty simple play or even kneel on it and get to half. I think they have to be extremely pleased going to halftime right now. But you know what? With the way that they acted getting to this lead, we may see some fireworks here with 16 seconds left. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past them to run something.
No.
Warriors will kick off here.
Inman coaches or somebody from the sideline screaming, hold on to that ball. Hold on to that ball.
Good advice.
Little boot kick right there.
Yeah, so Roger's point out here is kind of between the 25 and the 45 is a whole lot of empty space dropped right in there. And
If you had
some
some,
of
if you
our
had
guys
some of
down
your
there.
speedier guys right here.
Yeah, you could end up with a recovery as everybody's running towards that ball. Not a bad idea. Luke landing to kick. It's a squib kick, and it is fumbled. It's dropped, and he's going to fall on it. Going to be down at the 40-yard line. So,
I don't really know that he had that ball covered up. And the officials don't seem too urgent to get out there. I don't know that he had that ball covered up all the way. I don't know that he had
Yeah, he didn't have the ball. I think you're right. You're right. He didn't have the ball on that replay.
And the officials really, they seem not to care. I don't know. It did not look like he had that ball recovered. I saw a little replay, Gene. Do we have the full one?
Yeah.
The ball's.
Yeah, he does not have the ball. The Warrior player came up with the ball.
He didn't have the ball. Yeah, but
Gene says he was pulled out while I was on his back.
Inman's going to take a knee.
Take a knee. That's going to be the end of the half. We will turn it over to Darren for our St. Luke quarterly report.
Well, I'm going to do this kind of blind because I haven't really been able to hear anything you guys have been talking about. So I do apologize
That's all
if
right.
I'm going to say anything repetitively that you guys have been talking about. However, 49-26. Wow, it's been a while since the Warriors have had this much put on them in one half in a game. As I kind of mentioned a little bit earlier there, it's not any one person like last week. We got beat by one running back. That was who controlled that whole game down at Douglas. So far in this first half, it's been the offensive line creating the holes and get a blocker out in front of the running back who has been running up the middle. They've been running to the edge. They've been running towards the edge, cutting back to the middle. We just haven't had an answer anywhere on that on the defense. The best thing of the night I can say for the Warriors is that last drive. We saw some stuff in that last drive that, once again, I hate to kind of say this again and again, but when it comes down to it at the end of this game, other than maybe some emotional, mental, really doesn't matter for the rest of the season. This game does not count towards moving on into the postseason. And what we saw in that last drive, I hope the Warriors come back out and do, because it was a mix of pass and run that had Inman on their heels.
Yep.
Right.
And even if we don't come back and win this game, keep doing that and keep that going into next week, because that's what's going to really get us on into that next level after next week's game when we start into the district play.
Absolutely.
So.
Thank you, Darren, for the
Darren.
St. Luke Hospital quarterly report. I think just my thought going into halftime, if you're the Marion Warriors, you're going to get the ball coming out of half. I think the only thing they need to be worried about is making this a 49-34 ball game on your first possession. Make your defensive adjustments right now in the huddle down at the end of the field. Make your defensive adjustments right now. Make this game 49-34 a couple minutes into the third quarter, and then almost reset and say, okay, we're chasing this many, but we've got 2 quarters to play or a quarter and a half to play. Make it a new ball game from there. Make your adjustments now and see where you're at.
Yeah, really, going into the second half, all you can do is to win each possession.
Yeah. You got to get a stop.
Yeah, and that's it. So we're going to take a break for halftime, and we're going to come back in the second half, and we will hope.
The Marion High School Boosters are always there to support the students of Marion High in all their activities. Parents, grandparents, patrons of the district, and anyone wishing to support young people striving to excel are welcome to join the Warrior Nation. buy some Warrior gear and show your colors. Come to a play, a game, a concert, or any other activity. Help boost the Warriors.
Check out Marion County Ace Hardware on Highway 56 north of town for all your home improvement, camping, lawn care, and other hardware needs. Marion Ace Hardware is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. They are committed to being the helpful place by offering knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. Helping you is the most important thing they do every day. At Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery supports the Marion Warriors, the Center Cougars, and all the people and organizations of the area. Carlson's offers a full-service grocery store with small-town friendliness and big city selection. Newly remodeled, Carlson's Grocery has a great variety of all your favorites. Fresh produce, an outstanding deli, and mouth-watering catering are also available at Carlson's. Carlson's Grocery, everything you need right here at home. Hannah Ford Abstract and Title is a trusted name serving people in the region since 1871. They provide abstracts of title and title insurance, along with real estate closings for your transactions. With the latest in leading-edge computer technology, Hannah Ford Abstract will continue to be dedicated to providing the very best of service for years to come, and to supporting students of MHS. Marion Die and Fixture is a Bradbury Group company that manufactures a wide range of custom dies and fixtures for metal forming applications. The dedicated employees and management place an emphasis on quality. Marion Die and Fixture is a proud supporter of the Marion community.
Ludwig Trucking of Florence, Kansas is there for all your trucking needs. Ludwig Trucking has been in business since 1922. If you need something moved, call Ron at 620-382-4381.
All right, Warrior fans, we are back with the second half of Marion football against the Inman Teutons in Inman. The score at halftime, 49-26. And the Inman Teutons will be kicking off to your Marion Warriors to begin the second half. We got Brooks and Zinn back for the return. Lanning in his position as well. We expect him to kick the Lanning. We will see what they do. Short kick over Lanning's head. It's going to go to Brooks, and Brooks is going to miss it. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to start running. He's going to pick up about 4 yards on the return. So
it could have been worse there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he had he's a freshman,
yep.
Good composure, able to pick up the ball and start running.
Yep.
A lot of frustration in the stands at halftime, would you say?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're coming back from halftime. A lot of fans just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. How are we going to answer this? Warriors are going to come out here in the second half. They have the ball, and they're going to assert themselves here.
That's right.
To start the half.
Like we said, going into halftime, I think it's important you come out and you get points on the board here. Your first possession, don't punt, don't turn it over, get down, get points, try to close the gap a little bit and make it a semi-new game.
Tracy goes in motion, Heidebrecht with the carry, and he's going to be stood up at about the 30-yard line.
They might give him some forward progress, but I don't think
Excuse me, the 25-yard line. He's going to pick up about 3 yards. Dalrymple comes off. Het goes on. Het's going to stay here on the near side. Zinn out to the far side. Got Heidebrecht in the backfield. Tracy on the near side. Tracy goes in motion, and we got a flag on the play out here.
Looks like offsides.
We're going to call offsides on the Teutons.
What do you mean we're going to get a break? What's that?
I don't know if we saw during the as we went to halftime, but Coach Gefeller was having a long conversation with this near side official while the rest of the team went down to the end zone. And Coach Gefeller, I mean, it was a 2 or 3 minute conversation with the near side official before they finally started halftime. So maybe he explain some things to the near side official about what was going on. So Stringer back in the pistol. We got Dalrymple near side. Mercer goes in motion. Stringer keeps. He's got room to run, and he's going to get out to the 42-yard line.
They're going to get him almost out to the 43, it looks like.
Yeah, I think almost to the 43.
Good positive gain there. Gene, I just want to confirm you can hear me, correct? Okay, last time I'm going to ask because I can't hear myself. Nobody else can hear me. But you, the viewer, you can hear me, and that's the most important part. Our viewers are the most important part.
You are
Gene.
very confident. Heidelberg is able to pick up a few yards up the middle, about 5 yards. It's a good carry by Heidelberg. I like those 5-yard carries on first down.
Good positive first down play. Keeps you in front of the chains, keeps you on schedule.
Right.
Well, if Roger didn't say it, I will. It keeps the defense honest.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, by having that little 5-yard carry, they're not going to constantly just be looking for that pass. But we were successful on their team in the second half.
Well, because now at 2nd and 5, you can do whatever you want. Incomplete pass isn't going to put you in an unmanageable 3rd down. So
Stringer puts Mercer in motion. He's going to fake the handoff up the middle. Looking to pass. He's got – oh, it's intercepted. Jackson Tracy tries to make the catch, and he slips and he's down. That's number 23.
That was Michael Bledsoe, and that was just a really good play.
It was a tough pass. Bledsoe able to reel it in. The Warrior defense coming out to an unexpected possession here for the Teutons.
And you're going to see it here on replay if we can get maybe as the ball's going to follow. You see Jackson there exiting your screen on the left. The defender turns back.
Yeah, snags it out of the air.
And I think Chase read him as to running towards the flat more, and as soon as he saw Chase were out, he kind of stopped and went backwards and made a really good play on the football.
Right. Run us to the outside. To be met by Stringer. Stringer is going to have a strong tackle in the backfield.
I think that was an interception frustration tackle.
Yeah.
Very good job of flying to the football from his safety position. Hits the ball carrier right behind the line of scrimmage, set up a 2nd and 11 here.
Good tackle by Stringer. Very strong. Wraps him up and brings him down. The loss of 1 on the play. Warrior defense needing a stop here. Needing to come out here and not give up points. One man out to the near side for the Teutons. Quarterback with a pitch, and he's going to initially be hit in the backfield, and there's a flag on the play.
Well, they missed the first block in the back, but they got the second one.
Yeah, did a good job there. I'm trying to think, was that Colton Mercer there that got upfield and really blew the play up and threw everything?
Yeah, the first one upfield, there was a block in the back.
There was a block in the back on Mercer.
They didn't call that one, but then they got the guy out here that blocked. Number 24 blocks Ham in the back, right out here near the tackle.
That was another strong tackle by Chase Stringer.
Stringer figures he's going to do this. He's going to make the hits.
You know what? The interception's got to be gone. You got to have a short memory. Now do your job on defense and help your team get the ball back, and then you can atone for it on the other end.
Right. So, ball moving backwards and bring a 2nd down. Looks to be about. He's about 21.
Yeah. Doesn't quite reach our
25.
4th and 30 from earlier, 3rd and 30.
The Warrior defense looking to stand here. One man on the near side, the similar lineup that we've seen all game.
Sally.
Quarterback is going to hand off in the
There
back.
they
So
go.
the Warrior defense is on fire,
They did a good job right there and not follow that. That's a Sally play. It's designed to get over pursuit and then bring the wingback back in underneath. Warriors did a good job staying home here. You see the motion going across. They want to disrupt and confuse the defense. Guys did a good job of playing their responsibilities. Now we got a 3rd and forever. Defense needs to bow their neck here and get the football back.
Hey, something else to watch on those plays. I noticed being lined on the line of scrimmage, you need to watch that motion back. That motion back is actually moving forward his whole entire time. He's not moving backward like required, even or backward. He was actually moving forward. He went a half yard forward towards the line of scrimmage on his whole motion.
Got a flag on the play, offsides on us, on the Warriors. So that.
What? Where?
Yeah, I don't see it.
That was terrible.
Warriors called for offsides and just not visible where that was on the replay.
No, we have the replay, and there was nobody that jumped.
So lots going on the field. Lots of confusion. Warrior defense needing to rise above this. Picking out their assignments. Lanning really wants to get in there. Quarterback looking to pass. Has a pass. Stringer on the tackle. He's going to wrap him up. It's going to be short. And there's going to be a flag on the play for a face mask. We're going to see the replay here. The pass is going to be on the top of your screen. And we lost it.
Mask penalty. That's like the third or fourth face mask we've been called for, it seems like.
Quite a few. So they're going to step it off.
Wow, that's a 30-yard swing there.
Here's the replay. In a great pursuit. I don't think he got his face mask at all.
No, that didn't look like it.
I mean, I think he was underneath the face mask, around the neck. Tackles are broken, and the Teutons are in the end zone.
A lot of high tackling, high arm tackling there, and he's a powerful guy. He was able to work through it. And what started as a positive defensive drive for the Warriors ends in 6 points for now for Inman.
And, Roger, we can shake our fists at the officials. We can be frustrated with the officials, but the officials aren't giving up those plays.
No, they're not.
And
that one obviously was put into position. They were going to be just short of the first down. They're probably going to go for it on fourth down there anyway. But still, it changes. It gives them another 15 yards. It kind of changes the complexion of it. PAT is good.
No, it's no good.
No good. That's good.
I don't know if I can't tell if this is what Roger was saying or not. I agree with you, Jeremiah. We're giving up those plays, but look at what we had way back here. You know, it was 2nd and 30.
Right.
And we had the momentum. They threw a penalty flag that wasn't there.
I mean, you were down. You were down on the line of scrimmage. You were down on the line of scrimmage.
It's that momentum killer that they changed the whole momentum of that whole drive when we had them back up 3rd and forever.
Yeah, it's a good point.
And that wasn't our kids' play.
Right.
Yeah.
So, score is 55-26, 7:27 in the third quarter. We'll get you our third quarter sponsors here. They are Marion Boosters or Marion High School Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, and Carlson's Grocery. I have to decide what we're going to call the boosters. I don't know if we're going to call them boosters or packs or boosters pack boosters.
Pack boosters.
Taboo. I like that. MHS Taboo. All right, so we got Brooke and Zinn back to return. You've heard that story a few times tonight. Too many times. Short kick up is at side of the field. Fair catch. Made by Will Alvin. I think that's the backup quarterback, the JV quarterback.
Yeah, JV quarterback. That's actually a play. There, you're going to get the ball at the 38-yard line.
Yeah.
You can maybe get a couple yards there, but you take all the, getting the strip or anything out of the equation by just calling the fair catch.
Bring her back. Put Mercer in motion. Handoff is in the middle of the Heidelberg. He's going to pick up a few yards here. Similar to what we saw in the last drive. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards.
Positive play, and I think Inman is they're not fairly content. They are content with letting 4 or 5 yards go. If you're going to make them pick it up and drive the length of the field, heck, this third quarter is going to be almost over if you go 4 or 5 yards at a time. Marion, unfortunately, with the time left in the game and the score, has to find a way to get chunked quickly.
I really like what we were doing at the end of the first half with the pass.
Yep.
Stringer puts Mercer in motion. Handoff is to Heidelberg. No, Stringer keeps. He's going to bounce outside here. He's going to pitch to Mercer, and Mercer's going to pick up the first down and a few extra yards.
Good job by Chase there, staying with the play. Also, very good job by Colton Mercer in maintaining his pitch relationship there so they can make that play down the field past the line of scrimmage.
First down for the Warriors at the 45. Teuton 45. Then out high, Dalrymple near side. Mercer goes in motion. The throw is to Zinn. He's going to break a tackle. Oh, he's tripped up.
He was going to make a move there and slipped on the dewy grass.
So he picked up about 5.5 yards.
Again, a positive first down play. You get yourself out in front of the chains. It kind of brings a lot of things into play here.
Dewy grass was the former governor of Alabama.
Dynamite drop in, Monty.
Stringer puts Mercer in motion, keeps it. He's going to bounce out here, and he's going to pick up a first down, and he is taken out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Another positive sign from the Warriors.
I really like this run out to the outside here. Good block there by Tracy.
I kind of thought as it got to the end of that play, I thought Chase was going to start to cut it back up and then do a pitch to Colton way late, because it almost looked like that's where he was headed with it.
Quick hitter to Heidelberg, right up the middle. Not much there.
About 2.
Not much there, but again, positive play on first down.
Yeah, good little run by Heidelberg to pick up a few yards. Dalrymple brings the play in. He's going to break out the far sides into the near side. Heidelberg in the backfield. Tracy on the left, Mercer on the right side of the line. Tracy goes in motion. Handoff is pitches to Tracy, and he's found a hole.
Good strong run.
Yeah. Really, Stringer found himself just shoved to the ground after the pitch.
He makes it good here, pulling it out of the belly of Evan.
Yeah, he's faked me out a few times.
Yeah, defender's right in his face. Chase takes the shot, but you know what? That's part of running the option.
Right.
Jackson does a good job of putting his foot in the ground and getting north and south and getting as many as he can, set up a first down for the Warriors.
Stringer puts Mercer in motion, looks outside to Dalrymple. Dalrymple's going to break it into the end zone for a Case and Son touchdown. He's in the zone.
Good response from the Warriors after the turnover and allowing a score. You keep yourself in this game for a little bit longer. You got 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Noah did a great job there, not only making that catch, but then making the first guy miss and the second.
Staying on it. Here's the replay here.
Yeah, he fought through it and had a great fall into the
almost stumbled.
Warriors going for 2. Mercer goes in motion. Stringer keeps, and he's going to get in there also. He's in the zone.
All right.
For a Case and Son 2-point conversion.
There's that 34 I was talking about. It's just one drive too late, but still a lot of time left in this game, and I've seen some funny things happen in high school football games.
Yeah.
There are no guarantees here. This isn't Alabama trying to run the clock out on you. This is high school kids. We've seen our guys make mistakes, their guys make mistakes. We have to try to force them into mistakes here on the defensive side and allow ourselves to get back in this game. One score going the other way with a stop can really turn this game around. I know we've said it all night. We need something positive. We need a stop and a score, but it really can right now. Put the pressure back on them. Pressure's been
nothing to lose.
No, the pressure's been on us from the get-go. They ran it right down our throat 3 consecutive drives, and we had a punt mixed in there, and bam, it's 21-7 before we knew what was going on. While we've got a second, we'll mention our third quarter sponsors again. The Marion Boosters, or the MHS Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, Carlson's Grocery, thank you to those sponsors and all of our sponsors for making this possible.
Well, we got a moment. I'll read off another pirate joke here.
I love our sponsors, but the pirate jokes they're it, man.
Roger, did you know every pirate carries a bar of soap with him at all times?
Oh, yeah?
So that he can wash himself ashore in case of a shipwreck.
Oh, wow.
Landing is ready to kick off for the Warriors. Warriors miss a tackle.
I miss a couple.
Yeah. And there's
There
a
it
flag
is.
there that came in on the play for a block in the back. That's going to come back, but boy, they are sure slow on seeing that.
Came out awfully late, but it came out, so that's okay.
I did not see who that one of our first white jersey went streaking
was
by that runner.
number one.
Up a little bit and slowed him down a half a step. He would have lit him up.
Number one,
couldn't
Braden
catch who it
Mercer.
was.
He wouldn't have known what his name was, I don't think.
Number one, Braden Mercer. Darren can't hear me.
Yeah,
Darren, number one.
Roger's saying it was number one, Braden Mercer.
Was it Braden?
Yep. So they're going to bring the ball back.
Hey, Jeremiah.
Yes.
How
Roger.
did the pirate buy his ship so cheaply?
How?
He got it on sale.
S-A-I-L.
Yes,
I don't know if Darren, have you told any pirate jokes? He's saying I can't hear anything. Yeah, right, sure. All right, Warrior defense on the field.
Tell him I
Teutons.
said he's no fun. Middle.
Handoff up the middle. He's going to pick up a few yards, about 6. So Warrior defense needing to push back.
Need a turnover.
They do need a turnover. I said 6. It wasn't 6. About 5. Mike says 4. Can't hear him. 4. Sweep. Handoff is a sweep, and he's going to break the tackles, be brought down by 2 Warriors, Braden Mercer and Wynn on the tackle. I think we got an injured Warrior.
It's Evan's shoulder.
Heidebrick's down.
Evan's shoulder.
Oh, it's
again.
Evan Heidebrick.
Wrist, I believe.
Evans had, if it's a shoulder, Evans had trouble with the shoulder since last football season.
You don't have a replay on that one, do you?
Looked like he came over the top of the, like he kind of
wrist or elbow.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, forearm.
Yeah, I don't know.
He kind of came over the top of the pile. It looked like, and
Here's the replay.
looked like a shoulder to me in real time. We're going to see Evan coming in at the backside of this play. At the right shoulder.
Yeah.
That's the shoulder that's been bothering him for the last year and a half.
So Heidebrick getting up off the field, but he is hurt.
That actually looks like a shoulder, the way he's holding it.
Yeah, the replay, he went right on it. That's the one that's been bothering him for.
Roger says that's the one that's been bothering him for last football season.
We nursed him along all baseball season with it too.
That's a big loss for the Warriors.
That's a big loss. It's your main
is
fullback and one of your middle linebackers. Yep. This defense has been reeling to try to find a way to stop something. They got to really battle here to make a play.
Jason Bina down here on the trainer's table checking out the left shoulder. Hopefully we don't have a collarbone issue.
Middle.
He is off to the races. We just do not have an answer for him.
Nope.
We just don't have an answer for him.
It's a track meet, and we forgot to bring the track spikes.
Right. Well, we didn't know we would need them on this track.
I wouldn't run on this track.
I wouldn't either. We're making comments about the condition of the Inman track. They're raising money for get bond passes.
They are, yeah.
To replace it. It is in rough condition. So rough condition. Yeah.
Although you wouldn't be able to tell that they have a trouble with their track the way their track team is operating on the football field.
That's right. Absolutely. Teuton's in to kick the extra point. They do. It's good. All the officials put their arms up that time. So.
Your score, Inman 62, Marion 34.
62 to 34, 3:52 remaining in the third quarter. Third quarter sponsors are Marion Boosters, Marion County Ace Hardware, and Carlson's Grocery.
You know, unfortunately, it seems like every time we've started to have an answer or start to get a little momentum, we just haven't been able to hold it.
No.
I mean, yeah, we would score, but it seems like on the next drive, we, let up and let them go all the way.
Have they had a possession that they didn't score a touchdown?
I was thinking about that earlier. I don't think so.
Yes, at the end of the half.
Roger says at the end of the half.
They
They
took
took a kneel.
They took a
Yeah.
knee.
Yeah. But other than that, I think that's the only
that's
one
it.
where they have not ended up in the end zone tonight.
Unbelievable. Brooke and Zinn back to return. Same song, second verse, third verse, fourth verse is that.
Too many to count.
Too many verses.
Too many to count.
I would say it's safe to say that they're not trying onside.
You know, I don't.
Heidebrecht remains on the trainer's table, and Dad is coming to talk. So.
I bet the kick goes right behind Luke again.
Yep.
Yep.
Right to Will.
Will
again.
Alligan. They're gonna test him out now.
Picking on a couple of the young guys out there, but
That's
so
right.
far they've done a good job.
They have. So, Warrior offense coming out on the field here minus Heidebrecht. So, we'll see who we put in at fullback position.
Well, Cuckoo has reported
That's
in.
what I'm thinking.
I'm not sure if he's going to go to the fullback position or I didn't see who else went in for slot. They actually moved Mercer to the
Yep.
fullback.
Got an official's timeout for nothing.
All right, we're going now. So, Colton Mercer in the backfield. Noah now, right side slot. Jack Tracy, left side slot. He goes into motion. Handoff is to Colton Mercer, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards.
Another positive hard run.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we've seen.
Yeah, it's just you're at this point we're chasing so many points. My math's not very good. I'm not even going to try.
You know, if we're at a different point in the game, first, second quarter, we're not down by 20, 30 points here. Those are great plays.
Yeah.
Right.
4 or 5 yards. Keep the clock moving. Keep you moving up the field.
Uh-huh.
We need some 30-yard plays.
How about a 60-yarder right
Yeah,
here?
that'd be good too. Springer fake. He's going to look pass now. Here's the big play, and he is knocked down. Yep, and the flag comes in.
Wow, that was such a late flag.
Did
I
we-
don't
did-
know how he decided to throw it.
Did we talk him into it? Did he see me go like
think
this?
I think the coaching staff. I think Sam Zinn getting up and begging for it. Something talked him into it because there was nowhere. It was coming out early.
We got pass interference. It's not a spot of the infraction penalty.
15 yards from
It's
the
a 15-yard penalty. So that's going to bring the ball down to 45, Teuton 45 yards.
Honestly, with the way that call is in high school football, it's surprising you don't see more defensive backs just grab guys.
Yeah, instead of giving up a big touchdown.
Why give up 20, 30 yards and a touchdown or just 15?
Right. Gracie in motion. Handoff, or Stringer keeps, and he is still on his feet. He is fighting tonight.
He is fighting. It's
He is
good
fighting
to see.
tonight.
There's not a quit in this group. I wondered how they were going to respond early in that first half when you've got a bunch of black jerseys jumping around halfway on the field after a touchdown like they've never done it before. But we have continued to fight and to drive. Just unfortunately on the defensive side, not really able to get a stop. And
Right.
I say not really able to get a stop, not able to get a stop.
Mercer in the backfield, Het near side, Dalrymple far side, Mercer in motion. There's going to be a false start called. Somebody got a little eager. Mike Powers threw his hat on the table in frustration.
Do you notice a little bit of pattern on all the false start calls tonight? Every single one of them has been by that official on the far side.
Yes.
Whether it's been on us or them.
Yep. And the offsides call.
Penalties,
Yep.
everything's been going to that guy.
Yes. Handoff is to Mercer, and he's going to scramble for a few yards. It's going to be 2nd and 14.
I don't think we have a stat on how many offensive plays we've run, but I'll bet when you just take a look back at this game, I bet we've run more offensive plays than they have.
I bet you're right.
They've just gone for a lot more yards.
Yeah.
Het near side, Zinn far side, Mercer backfield, Tracy in motion. Stringer drops back. He's looking to pass, and it's high. So over Cuckoo's head.
Chase just got a little antsy there in the pocket and had his feet going, and tried to deliver the pass, and it was high.
The Teuton fans were yelling, "Watch for the pass, watch for the pass." They were right.
At this point in the game, you're going to be right more often than you're wrong in this type of situation. Hey, how did the Pirate become a boxing champion so fast?
I don't know. How did the Pirate become the boxing champion so
Nobody
fast?
was ready to take on his hook.
All right. Het near side. We got 3 out now. Jackson Tracy in the slot. Dalrymple on the far side. Stringer on the run. He's got an interception. And the Teuton is brought down at the 48-yard line.
Kind of a cardinal sin by a quarterback. Don't throw back across your body towards the middle of the field late.
Right.
And that was all of the above, trying to make something out of nothing. That play, they did a good job of flushing Chase. I think it was a design kind of flood or rollout play, but they did a good job of getting a guy in there and putting pressure on him and kind of baiting him into a bad decision there.
Yeah. I got a joke that I was going to read from Mike, but I'll read it to you here. How did the Pirate become a lawyer?
How?
He passed the bar. All right, Teutons in a very similar formation we've seen all night. Handoff is to the outside. He's on a sweep. As you can hear, he's going to pick up 7 yards.
Just a quick injury update there for you. They said Evan, the shoulder that he's sidelined with right now, is not his bad one. It's the other one.
He's going to be just like me.
It's like you can't catch him.
I've had 2 shoulders done. So
nope, he's not trying to emulate.
No, I wouldn't want him to. Goodness gracious. I have a lot of good qualities.
You're a nice guy and all.
I have a lot of great qualities, but
You
my
do.
shoulders are not one of them.
Warrior defense looking for a stop, looking to have a stop in this half.
This game.
Flag on
There's
the play.
flag.
Man, they just take guys with.
This one's going to be a holding.
Yeah.
Better be.
I'm pretty sure it was Luke that was coming through the middle there. Whoever it was, the lineman that pulled just grabbed a hold of whoever's jersey it was and just kind of threw him.
The holding on the Teutons is going to bring the ball back. The ref get there. going to be second 12 from the 49. Oh, big hit by the Warrior defense. Brandon Wynn gets in there for the sack.
Hunter Helmer, I believe.
Hunter Helmer.
Yeah, that was Hunter. That was 58.
58, Hunter Helmer has been on the injury report last couple of weeks. Good to see him back in uniform and making a big play.
All right. Good call, Darren, on Hunter Helmer being in the game. And you are up for our St. Luke quarterly report.
Well, you guys might need to have to help me with this, but I think, looking at the scoreboard, did each team score there too?
We scored once, they scored twice.
Too.
They scored twice.
But, relatively, we've done a better job on defense. We gave up that last touchdown that I know went a long ways. Still got to find some answers. That's going to be the biggest problem. We look at our offense. We kind of stalled out there on the one drive. Did we have the turnover on the interception again?
Yep.
Chase is trying to make something happen, and sometimes just by wanting to make it happen, sometimes those passes, like the one I think was a little overthrown, and that last interception was underthrown. So, at least he's out there trying to make something happen. Hey, it's not out of the question yet. I mean, this game's only 28 points apart, so let's see if we can get some points back here, maybe make a move on them.
The miracle in Inman. That's what we're looking for.
We'll all remember it. I
That's
can
right.
promise
We'll
you
be
that.
able to say, I was there when.
That's right. Thank you to St. Luke Hospital for the quarterly report. And one more time, our third quarter sponsors before the first play of the fourth quarter comes on. Marion Boosters, the Marion High School Pack, Marion County Ace Hardware, and Carlson's Grocery. Thank
you. Is a unusual third down for the Teutons.
Last time they had a third and long, they completed a long pass and were able to pick it up. Let's see if the Warriors can bow their neck and get a stop for the first time tonight.
Pick it up on a bad call. Handoff is 20, and he is going to run to about the original line of scrimmage. Yep. Bring up fourth down.
Bring up fourth and about 10 right on the spot.
I believe this is the first fourth down of the night for them.
I think you might be right. They've got a new quarterback under center. Number 2 was the one that took that last snap. And they are going to get into punt formation. Number 4, Connor Brown, is deep to get the punt off.
Yeah, Roger's noting that, Darren, that there's a new quarterback in for the Teutons on offense. So punt is high, long punt. Then recovers at about the 10. All right.
Yep, good punt, fair catch, well executed on both ends.
About 15. 13, 14,
yeah.
about the 14.
Okay. Number 2 is Carter Brown. He's a sophomore, 5'8" sophomore.
One of the Brown brothers. They're baseball players on the Inman team. We see a lot of them.
Here comes the Warrior off. Dalrymple out on the far side. In near side. Here we go. Mercer in the backfield.
Who knows with these officials?
Bring her back to pass. Looking deep. He wants Zinn.
He's got him.
And it is intercepted.
Ball was underthrown just a little bit there. That's a long way to ask Chase to throw a football on a cold night.
Yeah, it is. It's a tough pass. You want to see Zinn come back and make a play on that ball.
Come back and try to pick it up. Cornerback there did a really good job of getting up to the football.
One of two things has to happen there. Sam, if he can't come back and make a play on the ball, he at least has to come back and be the defender on it.
Right.
Try to get it knocked to the ground. Although, his whole momentum, he was going as fast as he could down the field.
Warrior defense lines up. Teutons pick up 9 yards on the carry, right up the middle.
Yeah, you got to give the Teutons credit for one thing. They are not a big line. You know, they are not. They do not have a lot of size, but they move real well. They,
they
do pull every play. 1 to 2 of those guys are pulling, and they go find somebody to get a hat on.
Yep, they're quick. They move quick. Taking a lot of time. between plays.
I don't think you're going to have any. They're going to probably call a timeout here.
The Teutons take their first time out of the half. Tampa State Bank timeout.
Good time to get to our fourth quarter sponsors. Marion Dye and Fixture, Edward Jones Investments, Ludwig Truck Line, and Diamond 8 Fitness.
Who are our Warrior sponsors, Roger?
The Warrior sponsors are Marion Auto Supply, Gambino's Pizza, Katie Insurance, and Security First Title.
All right.
As always, we thank those sponsors, all of them, for allowing us to bring these games to you.
Stand on scaffolding.
Yeah.
The Lanning broadcast area.
Lanning broadcast area. It's a beautiful night, really.
It is a beautiful
night.
Once I got my sleeves on.
Yeah,
Yep.
I had sleeves. I had to put some pants on. I got a little cold, too.
He had shorts on earlier.
I did.
I
had shorts on. I had shorts on. I did not come with pants. I mean, I didn't roll out my underwear. I had shorts on. Nobody wants to see that.
Teutons come out from the timeout. Heidebrecht's still on the trainer's bench.
Yeah, his night's done. They're going to probably get some ice on that shoulder and probably reevaluate in the morning. Hopefully he doesn't go through. They're saying it's the left shoulder, as Darren reported. Hopefully it's nothing major. Hopefully it's a stinger. Nothing like he had to go through with the right shoulder and coming back from that.
Warriors show blitz. They're going to have a stop at about the line of scrimmage. Good coverage by the Warriors.
Got some new bodies in there for Inman on the offensive end. I think they're maybe going to turn the page a little bit to next week. Try to keep some guys fresh. They've done a lot of running this evening.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of new faces out for the two.
Wait. Hold
Flag on the play. He's going to cut upfield. That's 24, not a new face. That ball's going to come back.
No, not a new face, just a little different role for him than we've seen tonight.
They're going to get him for holding. Yep. Ball's going to come back. It's going to bring up third down and about 13.
Yep, should be. Third and 13 here for the Teutons. Chance for the Warriors to force another punt.
Got a flag on the play. Got a feeling something that.
I think they're going to call it an unsportsmanlike on the Warriors. Yep.
It's automatic first down.
Dalrymple comes off the field. Tracy goes on the field. First down for the Teutons.
Dalrymple pleading his case with the coach. He was saying something to his teammates, and the ref must have thought he was saying it to the ref.
Who could blame him if he was? But you can't do that.
No, you can't. Can't do that. Wow. Everybody moved.
Everybody moved, but there was also movement on the line.
Right.
Was it caused by
They
the jump?
better call that one on the offense.
I think they're going to try to call encroach. Watch this.
If they couldn't see number 55 going, they've got a big problem.
They're going to have a conference about it. They've been having a lot of.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
55 stood up way before there was any contact.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's going to be moved back against Teutons. 9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter.
Be a 1st and 15 here.
This tackle there can be brought out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. Maybe the 35. So Dalrymple back in the game. Tracy comes off.
Mercer's coming off.
Oh, is that Mercer? Yep,
Mercer's
coming off. Teutons pick up the first down. Very sad pirate joke.
Hard to tell pirate
I know,
jokes.
it is hard.
Hard.
Ball's on the ground. Quarterback picks it up, is able to make a few yards out of it. Slow to get up.
Looks like one of the offensive linemen, maybe. No? Got rolled up on.
Had him pinned down, 3rd and 13. Oh, fourth down.
They would have got to replay the
Yeah,
down because
that's
the hold, but yeah, it would have been 3rd and 15, and then unsportsmanlike conduct gets the automatic first
Wiped
down
it all out.
and get all the yardage back.
Quarterback hands off. And Jared Ray on the tackle. Able to wrap him up after a couple yards.
$7:40 now left in the fourth quarter here at Inman.
Another 3rd down for the Teutons.
I don't like people driving right by our scaffolding. It makes me nervous.
Hold on.
Makes me nervous.
Some people make me more nervous.
That's very true.
Ball's on the ground. It's a bad snap. Teutons will just fall on it. And it's going to be 4th down and a whole lot. I imagine we will see the Teuton punter.
Yeah, I
Gene's
think
saying it hit the man in
the
motion.
man in motion. I think it did hit his
Yep,
leg.
Oh,
it
yeah.
did. Wrong place at the wrong time. Fourth and 12. Teutons have a punter back. We got Zinn to return.
Heels on the 10, 5.
On his 5, yes.
He's waiting for the back judge to give him the countdown. And the back judge is not going to give him the countdown. Yes, he is.
There he goes. Started waving his arm at him. That is in the end zone. So it's going to come out 20.
Touch back.
On
Get the ball on the
touchback.
20. Trailing 62-34 with 6:06 left in the.
Much different night than we anticipated.
You know, it was, homecoming for Inman. Maybe they came out with a little extra fire. Maybe they were a better team than the film suggested, and that some of their scores suggested. Maybe Marion didn't come play as well as they could have tonight. A lot of factors that could be in, but yes, definitely a different score than we were anticipating.
Bring our hands off to Mercer, and he's going to find a few yards there on the left side of the line, but not too many. I thought he might have got a couple, maybe.
Looks like he credit one.
Yeah,
maybe.
just got one.
Dog upset behind the booth. I think he's barking at the officials.
He's a Warrior fan. Mercer's got room to run. He's going to break a few tackles. He's going to be he's at the 40, and he's brought down at about the 30.
Flag at midfield.
Oh, Darren, don't say that.
Oh, I had to.
Flag at midfield.
That's a long way downfield to be a hold on a lineman. That's got to be a hold on a receiver. Blocking
holding
the back.
on the Warriors.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back.
Yep.
Colton Mercer.
Get stepped off here all the way back to the 36-yard line.
Still going to be enough for a first
Warrior
down.
First down. Stringer puts Cuckoo in motion. He's looking to pass. He's got Dalrymple on the outside. Dalrymple makes a play to the line. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. The ref signaled to keep the clock running.
I think he's going to give him the forward progress, but
Okay.
keep the clock moving. Although I say that, he didn't give him a great spot.
Yeah, because he's across the line there, across that, what is that, the 40, before he's knocked out of bounds. They set the ball down at the 39. So, go figure.
Odd.
Stringer puts Mercer in motion, or Tracy in motion. Got Cuckoo across the middle. That's a tough catch. Cuckoo makes the catch and picks up the first down. That is a lot to ask of a receiver.
Yeah, that's a good job by Noah.
Very
going up,
good by Noah.
You know you're
Good
going to
job
get
by
contact there going across the middle and the ball's high, but he went up, made a play for his quarterback, and got a big first down for his team.
Yeah. Really threw it in a pocket of 4 Teutons. I mean,
Good
put it right where
catch.
he needed to put it. Cuckoo in motion. Handoff is to Mercer, and he's going to be wrapped up at the line of scrimmage.
Picked up about 1.5 yards there.
Maybe.
A long yard is all. Not even going to give him 1.5 yards.
Oh. Interception is thrown. And we are going to make the tackle. Warriors make the tackle at the 44-yard line. Now Mike has thrown his bag on the table. He's so frustrated.
With authority.
I mean, just, man. The Lanning broadcast area will never look the same.
Taking hits. Now he's leaving.
Packing up and leaving. He's taking his scaffolding with him. He really is going down the scaffolding. He's done. He's cashed it in. Marion takes a Tampa State Bank timeout. All right, Roger, tell me something good.
I'll tell you about our sponsors.
Okay,
That's good.
they are good. I like our sponsors.
Fourth quarter sponsors, Marion Investments, Ludwig Truck Line, and Diamond H Fit. Something good. going to be a nice weekend, weather-wise. Enjoy some outside activities. Pumpkin patch. Golf course, I don't know.
A little early for a pumpkin patch.
We're going to the pumpkin patch for my daughter's birthday in a couple weeks.
Well, that's not this weekend.
I know. I'm just making conversation.
How old will Vivian be?
She will be 2 on October the 8th.
Wow.
Yeah, hard to believe.
That'll be fun.
The night she was born, I was standing in this booth. Granted,
right.
she was born like
Later.
the next day.
Yeah.
But we went to the hospital late
I
that
remember
night.
that.
We did a game. I got home around. We did a home game. I got home around 9:30, and I think around 1 o'clock. And I loaded up and drove to Newton. Vivian was born the next morning around 10:20 or so.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, the Warriors have completely substituted in the JV.
All right.
At this point, with 3 minutes to go in this, 3:42 to go in this game.
All right. Let's get the roster out. Let's give these kids the credit they deserve. Cornerback on the near side of the field is Austin E. Babin. Anthony Brooks there on the right edge.
Got a flag on the play. Babin's going to make the tackle.
Great
Babin's
play.
been out with a concussion
Okay.
for the last couple of weeks, so I know he was eager to get back.
Good to see him back and
the
doing
game
a good
again.
job of fighting off a
And
block there.
Actually,
Yeah.
Babin was getting held there, so he not only made the tackle after shedding the blocker, but he was actually getting held ahead of that. So
Darren, do you know who number 70 is?
70 is Johnny Zimmerman.
Johnny Zimmerman. Okay.
Okay.
We got 68. So
Number 6, Will Alvin at free safety. Looks like number 30 there, Burton Harshman.
Yep.
Playing. Number 53. Do we? I don't have a 53 on our roster, Darren.
Darren, do you know who 53 is?
53. That's Cooper Carpenter.
Cooper Carpenter.
Okay.
Number 1 is Braden Mercer. We called his name earlier.
6, Will Alvin.
Yep.
88, Bryce Murmis. 4 is Miles Olson. 75 is, I'm not sure which one, D or DJ, one of the two. 84 just came in the game. That's Ethan Darnell.
That's Anthony Brooks on the tackle.
Anthony Brooks and Will
Yeah,
Alvin
number
cleaning up.
10 is Brooke. 70 is Johnny Zimmerman.
Number
22 is Babin.
75 is DJ Smith, freshman.
66 is
Dre Smith or D Smith.
D. Smith.
nope.
No?
Oh,
Nope.
that's what it-
66.
what it
That's
says
what it
on
says
our
on
roster.
our.
No,
No, but
it's
that's
not.
not D. Smith. You're right.
Joey Nickel.
Superintendent says Joey Nickel.
Joey.
Joey Nick.
I like Joey. Joey's been on part of our baseball team the last couple of years. Sweep.
Got a big block for the Teutons. Brooks is going to chase him down.
Brooks
That-
has got some wheels
Brooks
on
has
him.
got speed.
He was able to run him down with the,
You know, obviously it's the way that we've aligned our defense against this offense because their JV just ran the same play the varsity's been running all night,
Well,
and we covered it the exact same way.
and we got to watch it right down the line here. We had 4 guys 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage, and their guy making a cut right in behind him. We almost over pursued, didn't hold the line of scrimmage, actually fought through to get penetration, and it worked against us there.
Warriors going to be able to look at this on tape, see some adjustments that need to be made going into next week.
I think they're going to watch the tape, they're going to digest it, and then you might have a bonfire with it.
Right. Hey, that one's done.
Yeah. But you got to learn from it.
Yeah.
That's how you get better. This team's going to be a team at the end of the year, I think, is going to be a better football team than they are tonight on
Absolutely.
September 21st. But you got to learn from it, but then you got to be able to pack it away, and you got to get ready for a tough matchup next week. Really a tough matchup the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, very tough. Tough schedule ahead of the Warriors. Out of this handoff. Brooks is there for the tackle. You're going to hear, we're just calling his name quite a bit.
And we're going to call his name, I think, for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if he stays healthy and stays here, you know, he's a good-looking young player. He's got
Actually,
some speed.
Can't tell what Roger's saying. But sorry, I'm stepping on you there. I looked up there and saw you talk. Sorry about that. I was just going to say, you know, Anthony's covering that outside very well. You know, he's finding the spot where he's got it stopped. He turned it in, and then he went and made the play. Sorry, Roger.
All right, I'll just turn around and
Roger's up here doing the hokey pokey, and Darren's laughing, and all kinds of stuff going on.
The good news is I can't hear him cuss me out.
That's right.
we're under a minute here.
We're under a minute left. There's a flag on the play because
Fantastic.
we're having too much fun.
You know,
extend this game
why
just a little bit
not?
longer. They're going to move the ball back for a false start. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd down. And 14.
Could possibly be the last play of the night here.
Think so?
Could be.
Using them. Okay, here we go. We're lined up, ready to go. Gonna take a knee. We're gonna maybe see one more snap.
Depends on how long the officials take to spot the ball.
Right.
There's no play clock. I know they keep one down on the field. Yeah. I think that
rough night in Inman.
4th down. Let's see what the back judge does here. Back judge, I think you should not count this down. He's going to count it down.
6, so it's going to be a snap. Oh.
No time left.
All right.
They're going to not throw the flag. And
that's going to be the final score, 62-34.
They're going to make them.
Please drive safe on your way home.
They're going to make them run one more play, which is. I get the officials doing their job.
I was going to say something about that, but.
Well, they haven't done it all night. Why start now?
I was going to say, based on the play clock, yeah, we should have one play.
Yeah.
Just snap it and be done.
Yep.
Well, we'll wait till it's official, which should come here very soon, I think. And with that, we're going to get the last.
There we go.
Play.
Okay, that's the end of the game.
Technically, there should be 1 second because it's going to be a change of possession there. But again, the officials didn't do a dang thing. Well, we don't need to talk about the officials. Final score from Inman. Inman 62, Marion 34.
I'm going to turn it over to Darren for the St. Luke, or the, what do we got here? Central National postgame show? What do we have here?
Just the St. Luke Hospital quarterly report.
St. Luke, yep, quarterly report.
Well, as we talked about several times tonight, tough break for the Warriors. They just didn't come out here and stop what they needed to stop. But I hate to keep saying it, but you got to put this one behind you. You can't look at this one at all other than fix what you did wrong. But ultimately, this really doesn't mean anything towards postseason. So you got to find a way to bounce back next week at home against Sedgwick and see if we can stop that team and have a little bit of momentum going on into the district play, which will start 2 weeks from tonight at home against Hillsborough.
All right, Roger. Thank you, Darren.
I think we said earlier you learn what you can from it, and it's going to be a cool day tomorrow. Start a fire.
Yeah.
Start a fire with it. You got to put it behind you. Get ready for your playoff, your impactful games here coming up the next couple of weeks. One thing if I could talk to the Marion players, remember that feeling you had standing over here and you've got a team halfway across the field jumping up and down because they scored a touchdown. Remember that. Use it when you're late in the game, fourth quarter. Remember that team called you out. Use it. I know that as a coach that gets to coach these kids in the springtime, we like to use things to try to motivate ourselves and make ourselves better. Don't forget that feeling that you had there. Don't forget that feeling that you had, and work to get better for Sedgwick next week. Work to get better for Hillsborough the week after that.
All good things, Roger. Appreciate your insight. That's it from Teuton Stadium.
That's it.
I'm not Mike. I'm trying to say good night, Mr. and Mrs. Warrior fan. Good night.
Yeah, there's one in between
Oh,
though.
Hofer, right? Red,
Kevin.
Hofer, Kevin, and Gabby Gabbard, wherever you are. Good night.